We're unmuted. There we go.
Awkward.
Now you can
Yeah.
talk.
Hi.
Let me turn you up. Now you
Hi.
can talk. Hello.
Woo.
Dungeons and Dagrons, or something like that.
Dungeons and daggers.
Dungeons and Daggers? I mean, do you have a dagger?
I've got a scimitar.
It's not a dagger.
That's a
I got a
fancy
couple
dagger.
of daggers.
Yeah, he's
It's
got a
like
couple of
a-
daggers. You have a sickle, don't you?
I do
As
have
well.
a sickle as well.
Yes. Good.
It's a dagger for sexy people.
That's
Popsicle.
exactly what a sickle is. Yes.
Mm.
Yes.
No,
All right.
scimitar too.
Welcome to our first session of Dungeons and Dragons, as opposed to session 0. So we're actually going to play a game today.
Yep, and
in
we've got
theory.
all our characters completely set up.
Yes, all of our characters are completely set up.
100%.
The DM says as he looks over his notes that are just like, what the fuck does any of this even mean?
Yeah. Still don't know what my character.
DM life, right? So so just quick introductions again then, I guess. So I mean, Paul, Sam, and I are the Inconsolables, and we're a bunch of idiots who talk about video games and occasionally play D&D. Mrs. Lalante is a streamer friend,
Hi.
and Mark is a real life friend.
Woo!
Hey!
Yeah.
Well, I
We've
mean,
all-
This is
streaming is real
Lalante
life.
doesn't exist.
We've met Mrs. Lalante in person now at
Yay.
PAX. That was fun.
So she seemingly exists.
Yes, she's not an illusion. We know that much. Well, that's the thing, right? Mark isn't sure she's not an illusion yet.
Oh.
I mean,
Just
Well, I don't know if
Big
Mark's
parts of your
real.
Imagination.
this is true. And Nato has said, "May the dice ever be in your favor."
Ooh, thank
Thanks
you.
for tagging along, Nato.
Okay.
Nato DMs a bunch of stuff for 8-bit guys as well. So
Yeah.
we're going to get into this. I'm going to flip over to our other scene. So we've got our map of Dryftwood. That's an empty map. I'm going to flip to the right tab. There we go. There we go. It's been a long time since I've DM'd anything. So
Yeah.
this is our beautiful map that...
This is
Oh.
a shit map.
It's a beautiful map. What's wrong with you? That,
Driftwood.
That-
We got the unstable.
yep, that our
Session
illustrious players built together during session 0.
The less fun.
It's a work of beautiful. Work of beauty.
But our story is actually going to start with Fava at the moment. Fava is in his...
Should we introduce the fact that we
Actually-
also have different characters? Should we do that?
I mean, okay,
Maybe.
introduce your characters, because, I mean, people missed session 0, I guess. I mean, in future, we won't go over that so much, but a quick description, then. We'll go from top to bottom on this screen. We'll start with Hask.
I am Husk, and I'm a snake person. Have been casually sitting around in Driftwood for a while now. On the lookout for some random snaky artifact things. And then I ran into these guys. They seemed entertaining.
Did you mention that you had Yuan-Ti and a sorcerer?
What are you talking about?
Okay. Well, you gotta be racist like that, man.
and classist. You even got that. You didn't even get that right.
What? Oh, is it Warlock?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right.
I-
Okay,
I-
Fava Lima Bean, take it away. Who are you?
I'm alive, my Bane. Fuck you, man.
Fava Lasinato.
My name is Fava Lasinato.
Mhm.
I am a half-elf druid. I kind of just like spend my time just kind of hanging around the forest and everything, you know.
Yep.
I'm a real chill kind of dude, you know. Yeah.
Yep. Cool. Mordar,
Arr, hello.
who are you?
I am Modar, a
Ooh,
dragonborn paladin of Bahamut. And yeah, I think I'll just leave the rest of his backstory stuff to be discovered during the game.
Well, yeah, we're not getting
Okay.
deep in backstories. I don't want your
I'm fine
deeply
with
troubled
Verdi.
past just... Well, I've got your deeply troubled past, but we don't want everyone else to have that just yet.
Yeah.
Everyone has a deeply troubled past.
And Melira, introduce thyself, thy character. You are
Sick.
muted.
Oh, you're muted. Whoops.
What?
Oh, now you're
there you
audible. Okay.
How did that happen?
You were just talking just so soft or something. Now you have to do it in the form of a song.
Hi.
Oh, God.
Hi, I'm
Intro-
a Lyra Tel Nevalith, and
Jesus
I
Christ.
Good
am,
luck with that.
Fuck that.
I
You're
am a
May.
tiefling,
That's it.
and I am a somewhat resident of Driftwood. I've been entertaining and working in the tavern, and that's about it.
Okay.
Seems legit.
We've got quite the foundation for a just exciting story.
Yes, we'll get into what characters look like when they meet again, all that kind of stuff. But we are going to still
We should have like, pictures.
we are still going to. Well, we need some art for that. We haven't
Yeah.
gotten that far yet. So we'll start with Father Lacinato in his forest, living under that waterfall. So, just as a
Well,
little
yeah.
bit of background, everyone has had a little bit of secret stuff going on during the week. Some more than others.
So it has theme music, but not.
So yes, Father. So you noticed a few days ago that the level of water in the river passing your
Did we end
home.
up giving a name to that river?
I believe we did.
The Chitali Run.
Yes.
Yeah.
The Chitali Run has actually started to drop, and you've noticed that in the last few days. But on this day of all days, your waterfall completely stops.
Oh, jeez.
There is no water coming in.
What is going on? Shit. You all look gorgeous. Thank you. Thank you, my dear. The water is. I'm so bad at roleplaying. The water is stopped. Oh my. Whoa. Okay, so I walk out of like my little alcove.
Yep.
You know, kind of.
That's no longer a waterfall. Yes.
Yes. And I clamber up kind of the side of where the waterfall is to kind of see if I can find any obvious obstruction.
Okay, so you don't see any obstructions around where you are, but you do remember seeing, that there was a high level of dirt and dust and stuff in the water a few days ago. This was during our week stuff. So you surmise that it may well have been blocked, but further upstream.
Okay.
We'll get to you guys in town in a few minutes because it's going to affect the town as well.
Okay. I mean, here's the question. If I say I head upstream, are you going to be like, you're not far enough yet, you're not far enough yet, you have to go like several miles?
You can go
I'll go
You
up.
can go all the way upstream if you want, and we can move on to what's happening in the town. Or what do you want to do?
Shit. Can I do like can I do another nature check or
Sure.
is that?
If you want a nature check to
Okay.
try and guess how far upstream, I mean the
Sure.
riverbed is quite muddy. You're seeing some fish flopping around and stuff because there's no water for them. But yeah.
Daddy wants a reasonably okay roll. 12. That's sort of. I don't know if that's high enough, but that seems.
That
Better
seems
than what I did.
reasonable. I mean, it's blocked.
I was
It's
rolling
muddy.
fours.
It doesn't seem, as far as you can tell from. I mean, it's hard to tell from this location, but it doesn't seem like magical means or anything like that have been used to do it. But it doesn't necessarily seem like an obvious regular thing. Like you've kind of followed this river around to get to your current location, and you didn't see. Actually, give me a. Let me see. Do you have geography?
I think it's just
let me
nature.
check. Nature.
Let's. See.
Yeah, let me give me a local.
We could do an investigation.
Yeah, give me an investigation because that'll probably be the best one. I don't
Yep.
have a list of all the skills
I
handy.
ain't gonna get this. Or am I? I don't know. 5
Okay. Well,
total.
you don't remember seeing anything obvious that could have like fallen in to block the river upstream, but you're not entirely sure.
Right. So I guess I'm gonna just go upstream and see if I can find like the cause of the blockage. I'm
Okay.
gonna go upstream and see if I can find any blockages.
Okay, in that case, we're going to segue away from you for a little while.
Cool.
And if you decide to keep going upstream to where the blockage is, it might be a long while.
I'm just gonna have my own side story.
I mean, if these guys make a similar decision, then you'll link up, and if not, then I'll be DMing 2 groups, and it'll be amazing.
This will be great.
Okay, so
We did not expect that.
in town, it's fine. Okay, so in town, the 3 of you who are in town hear a bit of a ruckus outside, where this older lady, who, let me see, May would know her, Hask may have seen her around, Morda, not likely. I did give her a name, didn't I? Freaking hell, where is she? Apologies for
Erica?
being stupid. No, it's not Erica. I said an older woman. a very old woman who's moving a lot more quickly than her age implies that she should. Dolores, her name is. She's almost sprinting towards the town from the north, yelling about the water having stopped.
Oh, okay.
And I mean, there are people who sort of like coming out of their houses to kind of hear what the ruckus is about. Sheriff is there. What do you guys do?
So
All you kind of
where
hear
are
is
we
water
right now?
stopped.
So we're in the tavern.
Well, Hask would be kind of. Well, where are you guys? You tell me. It's
what time
your
of day
your
is it?
characters. I'm going to say mid-morning, probably about 10, 11.
Well, I'd probably be generally in the markety dock area, seeing if any new ships and stuff have come into town.
Okay, so notably for the last week, no ships have come into town at all. At first, it was thought to be potentially just a slow week. Obviously, the water in the lake is still there. It's not like that disappears overnight. But yeah, you're hearing the ruckus coming from towards the Now, the lighthouse is actually quite on your map. That's a lot more north than the town is. So I've taken liberties with that. So she's around about the docks, and that's where the yelling's coming from. So you can definitely hear her. Morda, May, whereabouts are you guys?
I say Mulder is probably with Malcolm.
Malcolm, yep. Malcolm, the sheriff.
Yep.
Okay. Well, Malcolm's like, well, let's... So Malcolm is immediately like, well, let's go see what's going on there. And leads you on to go see Dolores.
Yeah, seems like a good choice. Let's go see how we can help.
Right. Come on. May?
I guess I would be in the 10 a.m.
10 or 11, yeah.
Still be
I guess
hungover.
I'd be in the tavern. So I guess I'm hearing the ruckus from outside the tavern.
Yeah, it's not exactly a large town. You'll be hearing the ruckus. But what do you do? Do you go out to see what's going on, or do you just stay there and play, drink? It's up to you what you're doing.
God, we
I'm
could split
mildly
4 groups.
curious. I'll just stick my head out and.
All right. So you're sticking your head out of the inn. Okay. So roundabout to where the dock is, you see the woman. She's panting, struggling to breathe. I mean, she's like 80 or something, and she's sprinted a couple of miles from the lighthouse. As I said, she's a lot fitter than she looks.
Are we talking like a Usain Bolt kind of sprint?
Well, she's not that fast, obviously, but kind of, moving. If you were in combat, doing what you would be doing, double movement every turn. So,
Well,
I'd probably, yeah. So quite quick.
she got some pep in her step.
Yeah, she got some pep in her
Thanks,
step, but
Husk.
she's probably not going to be moving much for the next few days because she's exhausted after this.
Yeah.
But
And
she's
she
just-
just collapses and dies.
But she's
So
just
she's-
gasping towards to the sheriff. Waters, stopped. I don't. Looks like blockage, and she starts coughing and struggling. So the sheriff calls out for someone to get her some water.
But they don't have any.
No,
I'll pull out-
drinking water.
I'll pull out my water skin and
Drinking
give
water.
it to the
Oh,
lady.
there you go. All right. Thank you, my boy. Yeah, I went up to check on things at the lighthouse as usual. Shoot, those who are there frequent, they've been here for a while, know that she's the one who tends to the lighthouse.
Mhm.
I was up there, making sure we got enough oil for tonight, all that stuff, and the river's dried up. There's no water flowing, and yeah.
That seems odd.
And that kind of shit.
Well, I mean, what do you want her to say, right? She doesn't quite understand it herself. But I mean, obviously, this river is kind of the main thoroughfare of traffic and trade for the town. Not to mention food source.
Wait,
for
what about
all the
the
fish.
docks?
The docks, yes. How do boats get to the docks without water to go down the river?
But it's like,
That is an issue.
can't they just come from like the south?
No,
Uh,
you're in a lake.
We're in a lake. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You're like a dead end. So what's happened is, and you would have seen this when you travelled to
Oh,
here.
right, for the
So
moment.
from the north, coming from the north, the river splits off down to here where it ends in this lake, and then there's marshland, like floodplains to the south of you, and then your river that you're following
Okay.
heads from from north to south to Driftwood, it kind of splits off over to the east to where your forest is.
Okay.
And
I think
both
we
have dried up.
just had very different ideas of how big the river was because I was just like a stream.
No, well, I've had to widen the river to make it large enough to actually be a trade thing for your town, because that was the first conceit of the town was that it was being mostly
Oh my god.
off fishing.
How cool would that be though to be like just in your trade ship going over the waterfall?
Oh yeah, I mean the waterfall is just kind of like a little bit off the side. It keeps the main river keeps going past there. But
there's a big sign that says "Don't turn left."
Yeah, pretty much.
You want a good time.
So Dolores, is it Dolores?
Yes, it's Dolores.
So she's a respectable woman.
She's a respectable woman about town. She runs the lighthouse. She is a bit crotchety at times, as old people in fiction tend to be. But yeah.
And this is the fastest we've ever seen her run before.
This is by far the fastest you've ever seen. You figure she must be fit to be able to get to the top of the lighthouse all the time when she's going up there, but you've never seen her like this panic. Like this is kind of the panic run.
This is it. My adrenaline is kicking in run.
This is very much very much like the there's an emergency, I'm lifting a car off a person kind of strength she's on.
And then when she stops, like all her bones just dissolve.
Yeah, she may well be spending a day or two in the temple after this. Yes,
it's like the movie Speed.
All right, so
the bus that couldn't slow down.
All right, so I'll just like to turn to Malcolm and say, if what we're hearing is true, I suggest we get some volunteers to go and scout the river and try to see what the problem is.
That's an excellent plan. I was going to go up myself, but if you would rather volunteer to do it, then I can make sure Dolores is taken care of.
I'm fine. What I'm thinking is I'll head to the tavern, see if I can find any volunteers there. And you look around town, see if anyone else wants to come, and we'll meet back here in 15 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Okay.
So we're not gonna have 3 groups.
No. We're hopefully gonna have 2 groups that meet in the middle.
I'm trying very hard to get us all together, and in an organic way.
And thank you, Paladin. Okay, so I guess, you head into the tavern, so, well, actually, Hask, what are you doing during all this? Hask and May have both, Hask, you would have heard all of this, May, you would have caught bits and pieces. Water stopped, lighthouse, don't know.
Realizing this is something very out of the ordinary for the town, obviously I'm interested in what's going on. And having just gotten over here to the dock to watch the lizard man run off back the way I came, kind of heavy sigh and start going back towards the tavern now to find out what's actually happening.
Well, I think the sheriff would have a hard time picking you on his own, to be honest.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm just intrigued on knowing what is going on. I've been around in this town long enough now to go, something very strange is afoot here.
Okay, well, you head
Are you just like the town's like self-appointed like Mulder and Scully kind of thing?
Could be.
Okay.
If he wants. Alright, in that case, the sheriff is gonna just kind of heads off and takes Dolores towards the temple so she can get some proper care, make sure that she's healthy after that long run, because we're talking a couple of miles run here. And you head on into the inn where Mordar is also headed. May, you see this dragonborn heading towards the inn. You've met him last week. This is a week after session 0 where you've met and had a few drinks. You also see behind the dragonborn, Mr. Snake Man, heading in your general direction.
Okay.
So
Fight.
So what's happening? What's going on?
All right, so is that you're asking me?
Yeah, sorry.
You've reached the door
in.
at this point now. Hask's maybe 10, 15 feet behind.
Okay. Sorry, just trying to remember names. Oh, I can't pronounce that.
Just say May. That's fine.
Just say May.
Her friends call her May. You know this. You've said before that you spend a lot of time in the inn.
Tavern.
So you know May. at least to know enough to know her name and be able to be familiar enough to call her May.
Oh, May. The lighthouse attendee has come down and is claiming that the river has dried up. I'm gathering some volunteers currently to go investigate the problem.
What do you mean dried up? How does the river dry up?
I have no
Husk
idea.
arrives at this point.
Oh, okay.
Okay. I have no idea. Could be the works of evil magic. But we need to go investigate.
Did you even check that?
Coming in at exactly that time.
At the exact moment that you start by hearing evil magic.
Because I didn't hear any of the conversation over there. All I know is that there was a woman panicking. And now you're coming in here going, the river has dried up. Evil magic.
Bad juju.
How? Why do you even think it's magic?
I am just making an assumption. That is just a guess.
I mean, like, I'm half dragon, you're half demon. I mean, like...
But it is very unusual for a whole lake to dry up.
Ask you. You're a magical user, aren't you?
I am.
What? Husk? When did you get here?
I was behind you this entire time.
You know I don't look back there.
You're stroking your back for the past 5 minutes.
Oh god.
Can you double check if there's evil magic going on? I don't subscribe to that.
Says the half demon.
The source of wherever this was happening, maybe.
We'll need to go investigate before we could actually determine what it is.
There's not a lot I can do at a dry riverbed.
Yeah, that's true.
I will also
Tell you
point
that
out,
that's
just as a general point of order, it has been raining on not a super frequent, but enough to keep it. So it's not like a natural, regular dry up situation.
Yeah.
We're not dying of thirst yet.
No, it's nothing like that. Like people's like water barrels and stuff for fresh water is full. Like
When was the last time we had trade?
would have been market day last
week.
week.
Sorry, that was a character question
Sorry.
to ask. I should have directed that
Yeah,
better.
that's all good. You got the same answer out of both of us.
At least a week ago.
Yeah, I have been noticing we've had less travelers. It isn't very good for business.
It's not very good for my needs either.
So looking about the inn, you only see like at the moment there's maybe two people who are just having a day off, having a couple of drinks, and then the the bartenders and the other waitresses and stuff not particularly busy at the moment.
Well, I guess either way, I'll still get up on the stage and go, calling for any volunteers to come investigate the dried up lake bed thing.
Well,
Yeah.
okay.
No, with the two people there.
Yeah,
Like,
so-
screw you guys!
so
and you just
the
wipe some
people
whiskey.
who work there just kind of keep cleaning tables and stuff. Like they know they're not cut out. The two who are still there, one is very clearly drunk off his face and unconscious. He's
Ooh, that's a
actually
good one.
asleep and drooling onto the table. The other one's
Good.
like, what? What?
To investigate the dried up lake.
Dried up lake. There's water in the lake.
You're in your leg, bro.
He's clearly not fully sober either, but you can see there is still water in the lake. It's the river that's dried up.
Yes.
Because the lake's a massive repository of water. That doesn't evaporate
Yes,
overnight.
If it did,
like-
that would be dark magic.
Probably,
suggest-
yes.
I'd suggest holding his head under the water in the lake until he helps you.
I apologize, slip of the tongue. The lake. Where is it? Where is
The
it?
river.
Riverbed.
All right. So, does anybody have a map? Do we have a map of the river?
A map of the river. So,
Does that mean you're coming, Mai?
Well, we need the trade. Business is shit. I'm feeling restless. Let's go figure out what's going on.
How about you, Husk?
I just
Well, if there is
That's
magic,
like generally what it looks like, I guess.
I do have a
the
map
forest.
of the region drawn out. Of just some of the basic stuff in the region. I think I may have put it into the Discord. I'll see if I've got a digitized copy. To pass. Actually, I'll take a photo of what I've drawn and pass that to you, and I will put that on the stream in just a moment.
I'm gonna talk to the people working at the bar.
All right. Who
So,
are you going to speak to? Just everyone, or?
Oh, just whoever.
So the people at the bar at the moment are
Like
Erica,
the person who's been there the longest.
Oh, the person. So you'd be talking to the owner then.
Yeah.
So what's his name? His name is Jamat.
Jamat.
Yes, and you know him
Jamat.
relatively well. He used to be a sailor, so he'd be as concerned. But
Yeah.
yeah, so
What
you're
do,
talking
what,
to
do you,
us.
what do you think, Jamat? Like, why do you think the riverbed's dried up? Is he concerned?
Oh, he's very concerned. So, I mean, blockages happen all the time in rivers, but I don't typically, I don't remember there being much near the river that could have just fallen across.
Okay.
I mean, it's definitely worth a look because, I mean, all of our business is off travellers. Well,
Has it
the majority
happened
of it.
before?
Not in my memory.
And do we have maps of this region?
Yes, so there would be a map of this region, but not in the inn. You can probably get
Okay.
one from the general store.
Okay.
I'm putting one into the Discord so you guys can have a look. And I'm gonna...
So I'm trying to be as in character as possible.
Oh, yeah, no, I'm just putting it there for... That's not the right... Oh, God, that's not the right picture at all. Delete. That's all of my
Whoa,
plans
what
on
is
how
it?
to kill you.
Am I allowed to look at this or not?
It's gone.
Too late.
That's okay, because those were just scattered ideas. That's the map.
They all just said kill Hask.
Pretty much, yeah.
I mean, I saw. Well, I'm not going to repeat what I saw.
You're
That
going to
was my
repeat what you
secret.
saw to me later.
Okay.
Okay, so that's there. I'm going to put a
Sounded a
digitized
little great.
version if we start needing it on the things. I'm just going to upload that to Drive. Continue
yeah,
your
okay.
roleplay though while I sort that out.
All right.
I mean, if you want to
Well-
move on to the general store to pick up a copy, feel free to do so.
Yeah.
I have a question. Is the tavern the same place? Like, is it also the inn type?
The
deal?
tavern and the inn are the same place. There are rooms upstairs, probably about
Alright,
7 or 8
well-
rooms.
Well, while they're having their conversation at the bar, I'm heading up to the inn just to grab the last bit of my equipment for actually going out and adventuring.
Grabbing your gear.
You're
Okay.
You're not going to wake someone up and be like, "Hey, help us."
No.
So
Now he-
Chitali Run is the one.
Now
that
to check
is
all
the-
of the rooms.
So Chitali Run is basically the section of it that goes across to the forest. The one that's going north and south next to it is that main river.
And that's
now,
the one that's dried up.
well, from what you've heard, I mean, actually, yeah, because Dolores would have seen both, but she wasn't particularly descriptive. She just said it's dried up.
Okay.
Okay.
So you could ask her
We
for more information if you like, but
So we can
that's
go
on you.
a different
Yeah.
direction.
We'll have to investigate that more and figure out where exactly we're supposed to be going.
I am just swapping over to on stream to the
so-
other map.
I think if we go out and investigate Mordor, we're gonna need to make sure we pack. I don't think it as much as I believe. I don't think it's going to be a short trip up to check this blockage. So I'm going to go pack and make sure I have suitable provisions.
God, would we know how far the travel is by foot?
It depends on what you're looking to reach. So
Could be a day or so. All right.
The lighthouse.
now the
looks quite
lighthouse is yeah. This map is very badly drawn because I am not a very good artist, but
Yeah.
it is so as a not to scale kind of thing. So it's a couple of hours to the lighthouse. The cross point where that river splits out is where the lighthouse is, but that
Chitali Lighthouse.
yep, that's named after the Chitali Run.
hmm
But that stone mine that you see across is actually quite a bit further north. Now, if you're checking maps and stuff, Hask would know a bit about the Serpentine Stone Mine. Purely because of his background, like you've been investigating.
Oh, see,
stuff.
now you're being a racist.
Well, no, it's purely because he's anyway, you would know that the name Serpentine Stone Mine is named after the shape of the mine rather than anything else. That's kind of all that's there. It's maybe a day and a half travel. And
Okay.
yeah, so the current piece you're seeing on stream is just around Dryftwood itself. The lighthouse is very much in the top corner. Google Drive isn't letting me zoom in stuff properly, so actually what I could probably do
I love how there's just this
There.
godlike shadow cast across the land.
That's shape there. That's phone shape. They're the clouds at the moment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay.
Oddly enough, it's phone and hand shaped. Yes.
Yeah.
So I am
I need to
packing.
properly digitize this.
I'm packing up supplies to sleep and tents and rope and
Yeah.
adventures kits.
Got your supplies.
Yeah.
Okay. So you guys don't actually have a map. This is just what you would have seen if you'd looked at one recently.
Oh yeah, no, I'm gonna go get a map.
Go to the general store, I guess.
Yep.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go get a map, Mortar, for this because I feel like I would have already had a map to try and get here, but I'll leave that to you.
That's roll me a d20 and make a survival check. Whether you would have thought to keep it, perhaps.
I rolled an 18.
You've got a map. You
Yeah,
can
you've
keep
got a
it.
map. You don't have to bother with the rest at that point.
Yeah, it's one of those where it's just like, yeah, you kept it. You have a map already.
Just with what I've been doing, I feel like
Yeah.
I'd already have a map.
Yeah, it's just one of those that if you're traveling from town to town, decide that you're going to stay here, you're like, well, maybe I don't need it so much, or maybe you've lost it or something. So, no,
Yeah.
you've got your map. You're good.
All right. So, Morda, you got your provisions? Husk, do you need to go pack? I don't know what you sleep in.
I do need to go back to my hut. But if we're looking at reasons why the river has dried up, should we try to find that druid, the father? I know he is somewhere around.
Maybe he's the one that. Maybe he's the one that dried up the river.
I wouldn't think so.
Yes.
But he'll be in the forest by now in his home. He doesn't come to the village
Oh.
that often, does he?
I guess he would understand from like a nature point of view.
He seemed rather informed with that side of things.
Yes, quite enthusiastic.
I'm not quite sure where he lives, though.
Yeah,
I did see him in the forest. I don't know exactly where he was.
Make a survival check, Husk.
Oh, there we go.
I mean, sure.
Doesn't he just live in a tree?
I'm just out of character for a moment. Father does have a base of operations in there. That's why I'm making them survival check, because Husk has actually spent a bit of time with Father during the week.
Well, I rolled an 18, so 17.
Huh?
You got a -1 as well. Okay, you actually
Okay.
do remember roughly whereabouts his base is situated. Like, that was a solid roll.
Do I know how far away that is from town?
So it's probably about half an hour or so to the forest itself.
Yeah.
Inside the forest, it's a big forest. Maybe another half hour to his
Yeah, so-
particular
Oh,
spot.
okay.
Keeping in
So
mind that
we're not
in the
talking like a day or anything
Nah.
journey into the forest.
a trip for Father to the village and back is, an hour or so affair. Like,
Okay.
it's not short, but at the same point, like, it's doable.
I could probably take us to where I saw him.
Sure. Sounds like a good plan.
Yes, beautiful. We're
Everyone's
gonna have you
very
guys just go this way.
Wait, so
Alright.
wait. How does that work? Because they're coming from here and going up there, and I'm going aren't I going that
Yeah, you're
way?
following like the
Uh-huh.
river. You're gonna completely miss each
Okay.
other.
No, but aren't we both going east?
No, we're going
Well,
to find
well, you can go east if you. Well, which direction did you go following the river?
Well, if I'm following it,
Upstream?
backwards. I'm not following it
if
downwards.
you're
and
following
going,
upstream, then you're headed west, and they're heading east towards your woods.
What?
Because you're following. Remember? Okay, so look at that map real briefly.
The map must be pretty broken.
Look
Wait,
at
so-
that map. So
Is the water going east in that one?
yes,
Yeah.
the water's
okay.
going. So on the big river, it's going from north to south into that lake, and then filtering out
Okay.
through the floodplains. The one.
Wait.
that.
Have you changed the image so chat can see? Oh yeah.
Yeah, I've been trying to do it, but Google Drive's being a jerk about how showing me it properly. So I'm trying to
No,
get
that's
that
right.
open.
Okay.
I will
Well,
get that
are we
open.
on the
in a
same
minute.
side? Are we on the same side though? Is the thing?
We're going from Driftwood to the woods.
No, but I mean, are you going like along the south bank and I'm going along the south bank, or am I, you know?
No, we're
I
walking
think we're
on the
both
road.
traveling in the same direction, roughly.
Well,
not necessarily on the
well,
same.
no,
bank.
because if Father is heading from the woods upstream, then he's headed west, right?
I'm headed west, but on which bank?
It will be the
So-
south bank. That's the bank that you're on.
Okay.
So he would be
So
heading
that's fine.
towards the lighthouse.
He's headed towards the lighthouse. Yes. If you guys are heading to the woods, you're kind of heading
Going
northwest,
east.
northeast. Sorry. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
And as such, you will completely miss each other. But you also
Yeah.
have no reason to suspect this.
Yeah.
Okay.
So just a second. I've been asked by a friend to give him the channel, which everyone just watched me type.
Excellent.
Yes. No, I'm still
That's
trying to set up the
correct.
image situation.
Meow. Meow.
Actually, here we go. This should actually be able to-
Everyone, take a pimp house stream break.
Yeah. No, I've done that. No, I'm trying to get the image up for you guys to be able to get a decent view of it.
It's
Blah.
the phone of God casting its shadow across
Yeah.
the land.
Yeah. Let me see what OBS is showing. So there's what stream can see, what chat can see is where the lighthouse is at the moment.
Well, isn't that the
And-
driftwood? Oh wait, is it just so
The
zoomed in?
Chitali run. Yeah, it's very. I get very zoomed in and very zoomed out. Those are my options because of the way this works. So there's Driftwood, just for chat's benefit. No, that's. So there's Driftwood. To the north of that is the Chitali Lighthouse and the Chitali Run. The Chitali Run is what Fava is currently running to. This section in the woods here, where you can actually see my mouse on, is where he's following, like from the south bank up to the left, to
This is very exciting.
to the west, that way.
Cool.
So that's what's going on there.
Short version, we're trying to find you and you've left.
Pretty
Yeah.
much.
What a shame.
Pretty much. Yeah, this is not a very good map. Not for our purposes online here. I'll probably digitize this before next session.
I'm drawing it right now.
Meet me at the roads outside of town and I'll quickly gather my things.
Okay.
Hmm.
Okay.
And I'll
Yeah.
slither off to my hut.
Yeah.
Cool. Alright, I've gotten this to behave a little bit better. Okay. So you've gone off to that. So you've gone and gotten your things. You've all kind of gotten your things. Let's double back to Fava for a little bit then.
Yes.
So at this point, you've probably reached around about the bridge.
Okay.
So if I put this up, so you see there's a bridge crossing from north to south.
Yeah.
So that's about the
Chitali
point.
Bridge.
That'll be about the point you've reached. Because at the moment, these guys have just kind of talked about what they're doing and getting ready to leave. You don't see any improvement up here. You see it's a little bit more muddy, like muddier than it was further down. Should indicate that you are getting a little bit closer towards where whatever's causing this is occurring.
And I don't
Yes, you
notice
can
any
blockage.
like effect to like the environment or something like nearby.
Not really. I mean, you see far less bird life than you would normally because they, go into the river, take a drink or whatever, and then move on. Obviously, they can't do that, so they're kind of steering clear. But you don't see anything like beyond the fact that there are some fish flopping around in the bottom of the muddy bank. You don't see much else out of the ordinary. It's not like this sudden stoppage of water has immediately killed everything that's not fish.
Yeah. But like they're not, like, oh, now they have 3 eyes and like they're purple or something.
Nothing to that effect. They are normal fish. They are all just
They're
dying
normal,
or dead.
They just
fish.
happen to be purple.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why you gotta be so racist? Yeah. Okay. So there's I can't glean any more information.
Not
looking at-
particularly. You've just kind of been traveling upstream, taking the logical path.
Well, I tried.
I mean, not a lot I can do there for you.
Okay.
Um,
I continue walking.
well done. Rest of the group, you've got your stuff together.
I got a 6 for walking.
Well done.
I'm very good at walking.
Yes. You trip and fall it. No. Just let
Oh.
you walk. Okay. Someone.
It's getting a phone
He's
call.
God,
Who's ringing?
not me.
All right, that's Paul.
Yeah.
It may be hospital stuff.
Oh yeah. might be.
Okay, so
Yeah.
we'll carry on. What are you guys going to do at this point? You've got your stuff together.
I am going to do my best to lead us to where I think that Father would be.
Sounds
Excellent.
good.
All
Good
right,
effort.
roll me some survival.
Wonderful.
Good luck.
Me as
With
well?
take it with advantage because you did remember pretty decently.
Didn't help. That would be 7.
Okay,
Oh boy.
you point in the general direction of the forest. You start heading that way,
And
and then you realize you've steered off course a little bit closer towards the river than the forest, which is kind of hard to do considering you can see the trees.
yeah.
But what I want from you is a perception check. Because I'm using
What
this
is
shit to my advantage.
What I missed?
You guys have left town, and Father has steered. Hask has steered you slightly wrong on trying to find the forest.
Okay,
And I
well,
walked real good.
He can't see the forest from the
But
trees.
all of you throw me
Uh.
perceptions, you three.
just so
Well.
I'm not a dickhead. I did see Malcolm before I leave.
Yep, fair enough. He knows
Oh,
you. He knows you
Natural
off.
20.
Nat 20.
Oh wow.
All right,
okay.
give me a total though, because a nat 20 isn't a success on a skill check.
What was it?
I mean, in this case, it is,
Perception?
but
I mean, it is. Like, I don't know why you. Yeah.
things
21.
things that are really hard to spot might take more than a 20 plus 1 to get. And
I got
on a
2.
yeah, okay, well done. Okay,
Yeah, it's
so
hard to perceive because it doesn't
yes.
exist.
You're lucky in that Husk has kind of steered you the wrong way, but May actually sees Father
Oh,
going the other direction.
cool.
Okay.
And just like,
I'm
is that him?
Pretty sure it was over here.
Okay.
Husk,
What's that?
is that
It
him?
took- Where?
Over there.
I don't see anybody. I'm pretty sure it's this.
Sweet. So I just keep on walking. Goodbye.
Well, he did roll a 2 on
Mordar,
perception.
Can you see him over there? Can you see him over there?
Oh, what? Are you pointing him out?
The elf, yes.
She's
Can you see the
she's
elf?
pointing him out. You can see him. Husk rolled
Okay.
particularly badly, so
Right,
Oh.
right there, in front of you.
Okay, one more. I go. Hey,
That's exactly what I wanted you to do.
Okay.
is that
Alright.
you, Father?
Are there any like bushes nearby?
let
You
me
just like
let
instantly.
me make a call on that. Yeah, there's like exactly one bush nearby.
Can I do like a stealth check to just be like, what the fuck,
Jump.
and then just hide into the.
Jump on in, make that roll.
Oh, I got a nat 20, motherfucker.
All right, give me the total though.
The total is. I might actually succeed at just getting away, just like for this one moment. The total is 24.
Okay, well, like some kind of ninja, you disappear into the bushes.
I
Yes.
turn around at that point and go,
But there's no one there.
there's no one there. It's this way. I know it is this way. The third tree. We turned right.
Father, roll me a perception.
Okay.
I don't think he wants
Perception.
to talk
No, that's an 8.
Oh shit!
This has gone great for me.
I love you guys. This is so good. Okay, well you don't
So
recognize.
much-
You did hear him, but you don't recognize the voice, and you look in the direction, and you see, 3 blurry shapes. Like, they're a ways off, so... You see 3 blurry shapes that you're not even sure if they're, familiar or not.
This is great. I'm having a great time.
Hey,
Just like fucking
what is
patty
he
cake.
doing now?
you sure that was Father, right?
It was Father.
Because he ran into the forest.
There's one
You-
bush. There is exactly
you know
one bush.
what I'm talking about here. He's special.
What? What the fuck did you say?
How far away is he? Like
Okay,
5 minutes away, or
Yeah, like 5 minutes. It's like it's close enough that you're able to see, and like he was able to hear if you yelled out. But I mean,
Yeah, if you just scream out, like, "Father."
I guess I'll just call out. If you heard your name, it might be.
is
someone
he
you know.
within a 60-foot radius?
I did.
no.
What are you gonna just throw a fireball at me or something?
I was like,
He wasn't, but now.
I mean, he's currently he's basically doing the snake the snakes hiding in a cardboard box deal. But
By the way, look at the drawing Aggie IO for you.
okay.
So
Meanwhile, I guess I'll just call out.
ask
Hey.
I saw him, okay? Like, just chill out. I'll go get him.
And meanwhile, I guess I'll just continue screaming, Father, it's me, Mordor!
Okay,
Morda,
so yeah,
stop.
You
It's
guys
scaring the
are
poor thing.
a bit past the bridgy bit, so yeah. Okay, so you keep screaming at the clearly skittish druid.
At the very skittish bush.
Yeah, that too. What are you doing, Father? Like he's still yelling at you, and they're coming towards you.
I'm just like pulling out like my scimitar and shit because I don't know who the fuck these guys are.
All right, sure. I mean, they're coming towards you. I'll let you make another perception check on this because they're getting closer. It's easier to see them at this point.
Meanwhile, Husk is like, what
I
the
mean,
fuck
I
are you
didn't
doing?
roll that much better. I think I got where's my thing? I got a 10.
That's good enough. The DC's lower because they're closer now. So yeah, you recognize these three.
Were you just gonna keep lowering it until I saw them?
As they get closer and closer, yeah. Like a long
Yeah, it's
distance
just
look.
like one.
No, I
Can
mean,
you give me higher than a
once
one?
they're practically at the bush, you wouldn't have even needed to roll anymore.
Yeah, then I would have just done initiative and be
But
like,
yeah,
okay,
If for no reason other than one is very clearly a slithering snake you met a week ago, you recognize them now.
Okay.
I don't know what you want to do with that, but
okay.
Father.
Hey, can you like maybe not just like yell at me? Like when I'm just walking around, like that's kind of freaky.
But how else am I supposed to get your attention?
Okay, well, I mean, like you could. I don't know.
Father, we're in a bit of a
like
crisis
scream
right
at me.
now. We're in a bit of
Now
a
what?
crisis. The water's dried up. Can you come and help us figure out what's going
The
on?
water's dried up. I couldn't tell. Yeah. Okay. Sure. So do you guys have like a plan? I'm just like, I don't really know what's going on here.
Mordor says that it was dark magic.
Oh, okay.
I assume.
Oh, well, yeah.
The old lady said it was dark magic.
Okay, so are we trusting like the big beefy like guy over here, or are we trusting an old lady? Like I don't
Well,
bloody know.
that's-
Shouldn't you
that's-
know if it's dark magic? Aren't you the
That's what
Yeah.
we're going to find out. But we thought you might have some idea, just in case it's some naturey normal thing from climate change or whatever that hubbub is.
I
What's
thought
that
you
mean?
might have heard something.
Okay. I think I haven't heard a lot about that, but I think there is some kind of like council that just is like heating stuff up or something. I don't know. It's like fire mages or some shit. I don't know.
Okay.
That's not my lane, you know.
Okay.
Um,
So can
Evil
we?
fire mages.
Yeah,
A+.
we are we're heading. We're gonna head up into the Jatali Lighthouse and find out where the blockage is. Do you need to go to
Okay.
your place and get provisions?
I mean, like, how long do you think this is gonna be? Like, do we need like all that stuff?
Well, can I
Can I
just
just roll
survive
for,
off
can I just roll for survival to be like, yeah, I already brought all my
Sure.
stuff. Sweet. Okay, I got a good survival thing.
I mean, typically you carry your stuff with you because you're
Fuck.
so nomadic.
6.
As I say, typically you carry your stuff with you because you're so nomadic, but
Six?
I don't know. What do you have in your inventory?
I have got hunting trap, trophy, traveler's cloak, explorer pack, my druidic focus.
that hunting trap
healer's
comes
kit.
it's so much use for you.
Yeah, healer's kit, caltrops, potion of healing, tent flask, herbalism kit, tinderbox, and hooded lantern.
Okay, so I've done a roll off your survival check, and then I've done a roll of my own.
Yeah.
So you've forgotten your caltrops.
Aw, that's a shame.
But that's the only
Oh.
thing you've forgotten. Up to you if you want to double back for them.
Nah.
It's maybe a half an hour walk there, and you know it's about half an hour from where you are now to the lighthouse.
Yeah, I'll just make them come with me. But like, fuck it, we're going, get my stuff back. I mean, it doesn't really make that much difference because I highly doubt you're going to make us laboriously go through the process of walking back.
I'm not going to laboriously make you through it, but it is going to change what time of the day it is by the time you reach the lighthouse, which may affect things. You don't know.
So I mean, it's already midday.
So yeah,
it's a lighthouse. There should be light.
Yeah.
It should be fine.
Okay. So
yes, but we need to see the river before it's nighttime. Otherwise, how are we going to investigate whether it's nature, whether it's?
Oh well.
All right. So just to paint a picture here, so it is about midday. You're about 45 minutes walk from Father's home. So if you double back to his home and come back, that's an hour and a half, and then half an hour to the Chitali Lighthouse. So if you do that, it'll still be about 2 p.m. by the time you reach the lighthouse. There's still plenty of light.
Sweet, let's do it. Let's go back at my shit.
All right. Well, I'm not gonna make you roleplay that laborious task. You've gone and gotten you've got your caltrops back. Idiot. I mean, okay. So you guys have gotten to Father's home, and the important item he forgot to pick up was a set of caltrops. If any of you want to comment on that, now's the time. Forever hold your peace. Onwards.
Moving on.
Okay.
Put those down near me.
Well
What,
done.
you got a particular like distaste for them or what?
Well,
What?
That's your deal.
it really badly hurts me.
Keeping in mind that he doesn't have feet, he is slithering.
I mean, like it's not good for most people, but you know, whatever.
Well, no kink shaming, I guess.
Well, okay. Moving along. Let's fast forward you back to the lighthouse, shall we?
Please.
Okay, so you've reached the lighthouse. It's a lighthouse. There's still river is
Whoa.
bone dry to the north and to the south and to the east. What do you do?
Wait, bone dry? I thought we were talking about fish
Okay, it's
just
still-
sort of dying.
There's still fish and diet and stuff, but it is dry.
Took a
It's
long
not
time.
muddy anymore.
So okay. Let me rephrase.
Exactly.
It's muddy and shit, but there's no water in it.
There's shit.
I mean, someone shat in the river at some point.
The fish shat in it.
Yeah.
Mm.
Okay,
It's
so this is
dead.
odd.
Dead.
Where's the evil magics? Can anybody see whether there's evil magics?
I'm not doing this. Like I already did a nature check. You do an arcana thingy or something.
Now, and I'm really confused by all of these. This is me speaking, not Haas
Yep.
speaking.
Sure.
Ritual
okay.
magic.
Ritual magic is add 10 minutes to the cast time, and you can cast it without it being prepared.
I believe. Without it being
yeah.
prepared, it
Yes.
still expends a slot.
It won't expend a slot either. If you've prepared it, but you want to cast it as a ritual, it'll still take 10 minutes longer, but it won't take up a spell slot usage. So if you've prepared
I
it
suppose to
and you
prepare
want a
slot,
ritual, you can do that without
Cool.
costing it.
I would like to do that with detect magic if we're going to be here for more than like 10 minutes.
Yep. All right. Feel free to channel up some detect magic.
Okay, Father.
That's gonna cost him 10. That's gonna take him roughly 10 minutes to do.
Okay.
So
Okay.
So I'm gonna poke around in the mud, search this, the lake. Father, do you know more about this than I do? Is this something you've ever seen before? You're like,
I mean,
something, right?
I'm like, what? I'm what?
Oh no, you're half elf. Sorry.
Okay, no, I'm not. I'm not that old. I haven't done that much shit.
yeah, it's still age to you, I think.
Yeah, I mean, I'm like so young, like in the grand scheme of things. Yeah, so no, not really. I mean, like, I've been like, I went to like a desert like one time, so obviously, you know, rivers dry up there, but like, obviously, like nothing like this. Like, this is pretty crazy. I don't really know what's going on here.
Was there water yesterday?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, like, there was like some dirt stuff, but like it didn't seem like this is like way worse. than it
Would
was.
you
I'm
say
just
there
going to
was
intercede
driftwood?
here. So, Father, as you know, the water levels had lowered a bit, but
Yeah.
not stopped.
Yeah, so don't blame me for this shit. Like it was slowing like a little, but like like the river levels, they go up and down a little bit. It's no big deal. But yeah, like things just stopped flowing this morning. I don't know. That's all that. Can I like just grab my scimitar and just like get like a fish?
Sure.
Sweet.
Make an attack roll.
Oh, sweet. All right.
I'm
Well, I mean,
gonna-
aren't they already dead?
Yeah. Okay. Good point. You've got a dead fish on your scimitar now. Well
Sick.
done.
I got some stuff to eat.
Yeah.
What
good.
do you think, Mordar?
The good news is those fish aren't like poisoned or anything like that. They're not old. They haven't been sitting there for days or anything, so they're still fresh. Fishing is very
Yeah.
easy at the moment.
Yeah, I'll grab a few.
All right,
Just
note it
pour
down
in
in your
there.
inventory.
20 fish.
That-
Okay.
How
Your
many
backpack
are
is
you
all
gonna
full.
let me get? How many are you?
Um,
or do I have to
20
roll?
would be about all that's around where you are at the moment.
Right.
Okay, so how many?
I said 20. You wanted 20.
Actually 20? Okay.
You said you wanted 20. 20 is about all that there would be.
Sweet. All
Keep
right.
in mind that, if you don't do anything with that soon, they will start to go rotten and stuff, so...
Okay. Well, I tossed one to Maylera.
Well,
Like, hey, hungry?
Just throw a raw fish. He's thrown a raw fish at you.
Yeah, and also at Mordar and Husk. Okay, well,
It's gotta put
it's
people
free
on.
food. It's free food.
Thank you.
I'm gonna swap us out of the map one and back to our bigger faces one. There we go.
Would slapping someone with a fish be bludgeoning damage?
I
Yeah, slap me
mean,
with the fish.
yes, it would be. It'd also be an improvised weapon.
Rad.
right.
Mordar, what is your take?
Well,
I'm gonna slap one of the enemies with the fish.
no.
Good. Good.
Hitman style.
I hope you do.
Well, it seems as though we just well, it looks like Husk is preparing some sort of.
I think
spell.
I'm gonna just cast a level 1 spell. I don't know that I can ritual cast.
Detect magic. Oh wait, you mean what? Warlocks can't ritual? I could swear that warlocks can ritual cast.
Does
I
the
think-
fish
I
make
think
it
you
make
need
the
to
ritual
have-
quicker?
Something to do it.
Does the omega-3 fatty acids help the ritual go by faster?
Not at all. But we're also just checking if he's even allowed to.
I don't think I can ritual cast yet.
Rad.
Allow me to double check.
So 10 minutes later, we're just like, wait, so nothing?
Yeah, it
really?
didn't fucking work.
I would spend 10 minutes wandering around with the spell on, just seeing if I can find magic.
No. You get like 1 minute and you're like, oh shit, it's not gonna work. Gotta sell this. Gotta sell this.
Yeah, I see.
But,
I see nothing about ritual casting. Fine, you can do that with Find Familiar if you're on Pact of the Chain, which I don't think you are.
No.
It's like a what was your pact power again? Sorry.
Yes.
Excellent.
I don't think I've got one yet. Do I?
Uh,
3rd level. Pack boon.
In that case, yeah, you can't ritual cast.
I'll just cast it regularly as a level 1 spell.
All right, mark that spell slot off, and you get magical auras for the next 10 minutes where you're looking.
And I wander around looking for magical auras.
Okay, so
I
you
didn't
find
prepare any
you
spells.
find a magical aura coming from your scimitar, which you
Mhm.
already knew about.
Sickle.
Yes.
Yeah, mine's
Sorry,
a
sickle, not
scimitar.
scimitar.
Thank
Yeah, slip of the tongue. You also find a magical aura coming from May's neck,
Oh, okay.
and that's about it. You're not sensing any dark magic or light magic in the area other than what's on your persons. If anyone else has magic items, they're also glowing, but I don't think any of you do. So
I mean, I've got my druidic focus, I guess.
I guess his focus is glowing a bit too. Then
Okay.
yeah.
I'm not sensing anything magical here. Maybe further away.
Well, the only thing I can really think of is to continue down the riverbank and see if we can eventually find something along the way. Maybe see what's blocking the river.
Can I get all of you to make an intelligence check each, please?
Ha!
D20, I'm assuming.
Yeah. D20, add your intelligence modifier.
Oh, this isn't going to go well.
I got 3.
Good.
13.
13. Okay.
Ah, well.
8. Good.
8.
8. We have multiple 8s. Okay.
Sweet.
So
I did the
13.
best
13.
somehow.
Father,
Thank you.
you realise that no one has taken the obvious route of going to the top of the lighthouse and maybe looking.
Oh, I
Like,
assumed that we
you're
were just
at the-
stopping off before we get
You're
to the lighthouse.
at the lighthouse. You've just been casting spells and wandering around and talking and looking in the river. You're at the lighthouse. You could just go to the top, look upstream, and maybe see something. Maybe.
Guys. So, how about this for an idea? What if there was like some place? Can you guys think of a place that's somewhere nearby that's nice and tall that we could maybe get a view of like the whole river?
Okay, so with the lighthouse right behind me, I say no.
You're distracting me, Father. I think I'm finding something magical over here.
I don't know what you're
Come on.
talking about. What is this place? Show
Well,
us
how
the way.
about this? How about you stay here and I'm gonna see if I can find some place, and I just walk past them and go up into the lighthouse.
Well done.
And they
Okay.
can follow me if they want.
Yep.
Or they can just stay in the bottom, just playing piddly sticks or whatever.
Yeah, well done. Do you guys follow him, or are you just going to stick around wondering?
Well, I'm going to continue just generally wandering around, seeing if I can sense any magic in that area.
I feel
Yeah,
an
Sure.
I'll
aura.
go upstairs. I'll go up.
Okay,
I'll
so
wait down with the snake man.
Yeah, good point.
Realizing the limitations of my spell, maybe I'm just not looking in the exact right spot.
Yes, because your spell
Yeah.
does have like a 60-foot... No, 30
30.
foot. Jeez, even worse. Okay.
You just keep believing in yourself.
Alright, well, I'll get back to you in a moment.
No worries.
So you two head up at the lighthouse. So, it's a spiral staircase up the lighthouse.
Okay.
Climb that. A few minutes later, you reach the top. You're probably a bit puffed at this point, because, it's not exactly a small lighthouse.
Mhm.
Okay.
So, I
Should've
guess...
taken the elevator.
I mean, there isn't one. So,
Okay.
enjoy that. So, have a look from the top of the lighthouse. Inside the lighthouse, you don't really... I mean, what do you want to do? You just see bits and pieces in lighthouses. Like, obviously there's a big lantern to kind of light up at night, and there's the, like sort of mirrors to kind of make the light shine in more focus areas and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then, plenty of lantern oil. There's a flint and tinder there, already there, just to, light it up there.
Didn't they say that they needed more oil? Like they were running out or something?
Well, she'd gone to restock it and check that the supplies were ready. That's why
Ah.
she'd gone during the day.
Okay, is there any binoculars?
No, because the lighthouse generally is used to just kind of warn people of the rocks rather than as a lookout point.
Really?
Yeah, this one anyway.
There's no telescope to see what's coming?
I mean, this is generally a town that hasn't had much trouble with any nefarious deeds. So they've kind of felt no need to procure one. If you happen to have a spyglass, you can use it, or you can just look out and hope.
Yeah, I assume it's just anyone that is going up there for looky-loos brings their own spyglass.
Probably.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know why.
I'm not handing you everything on a platter.
Alright,
I
so I'm
mean,
having
like,
a look
it's
up
not
river.
Lighthouse. It should have a
Going to
spy.
look up river. Make a perception check. And do better than you int one, please.
Oh god.
Whoops.
You didn't do better than you int one, did
You
you?
were too late on that last instruction.
Yeah.
9.
Alright, you see dry rivers in two directions.
Congratulations.
I mean, Father, you could
Fancy
also
this.
make a perception check if you like.
Yeah, because I got a good perception thingy. Unless I roll real
The
bad.
dice might say
Oh,
good.
that's good. 21.
Excellent. That's good. Good. So to
Don't
the
worry, I got you, baby.
good. So to the north, in the distance, you can kind of see the because it's relatively flat plains and stuff out there. There's a hill going down, so the river comes downstream, but there's not much around there. It's like mostly green hill zone to a degree, right? There's lots of plains and stuff.
Yeah.
But what you do see is you can see the Serpentine Stone Mine far to the north. It's like opening like a chasm. But around about where that is in the river itself, beyond that you see that the water is flowing.
Okay.
But it stops at a point.
Can I see
Now-
what specifically is blocking it?
Now, you can see that there's something blocking it. It looks like it's stone.
Is it Snorlax?
No. You can see that there is a obvious blockage upriver. It's hard to tell what it is, but you're assuming it's stone from this
Okay.
distance. It is a
Okay.
long distance.
So it
look,
looks like
so-
there's like a giant stone over there.
Why didn't Dolores just tell us that in the first place?
because she didn't see it.
Because she's old.
Why did she not see it?
I don't
You
know.
cannot hear God.
She must be pretty fit if she goes like up those stairs like every day.
Mm.
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 But yeah, so what was she not like? Did she not go up to the lighthouse? Did she just go to the lighthouse, go like shit, and then run straight to Driftwood instead?
You
of...
don't know.
Then
Okay,
You don't know.
bloody
great.
hell,
You
Dolores.
didn't question Dolores.
Well, I wasn't there to.
Yeah.
Can I make a guess about how far up the river, like
No, because you
time
can't see it.
wise? Oh, I assume you pointed it out to me and now I see it. Because it was a perception check, right?
Did you point it out to her?
Yes, he just
Yeah,
told
sure.
he just told me that there's
Oh,
rocks
that's a
up
good
ahead.
point. There you go. Okay. Well,
Okay.
So
Yeah, so-
I see it.
so you think it's probably about a day's travel because it's pretty well close to in line with the stone mine.
What
Okay.
time is it now?
Now it's about maybe 2
Okay.
p.m.
All right, let's go.
Yeah.
I'm going to go down and tell Husk to stop looking for magic. Bloody hell.
We're just trying to keep him busy.
In the meantime, downstairs, you don't find any magic.
I am
Aw.
also covered with mud.
You're also covered in mud because you went into the river. Okay.
Aw.
More
My
does
lower half is just not great.
I'm
Yep.
giving moral
Poor thing.
support.
giving moral support.
Oh my god, you're basically just being what's it like the guy from Monster Brothers like yeah cheerleader.
Oh God.
Oh,
You can
Husk,
do it.
go.
Expect that magic.
Husk, there's no evil magic here.
Husk, find that magic.
What?
If we can't do it, no one can.
There's rocks blocking the river. That's why there's no water.
Oh,
Moving on.
Just
Mordar, about a day's walk up ahead. There's some rocks.
Unless you have like
Very
some
good.
kind of flying carpet you can like give us or whatever, dude.
Very good. Would you like? We should start heading up that way, and once it gets closer to nightfall, we should set up camp.
What exactly are we gonna do when we get to these rocks? Like,
We're going to
I don't
investigate,
know.
and see what's happened, and see if what we can
What-
do.
What's happened is like rocks. It's like it's not that difficult, but okay, sure.
yes, but exactly how are we? And I'm looking around at the three weaklings of the group. How are we going to move rocks out of the river?
Well, once we investigate
magic.
and we can find out what we need to do, then we can then return to town and get the correct supplies we need to remove the rocks. However, if we go back to town now without knowing exactly what we need,
That's fair, I guess. All
Okay,
right.
this is- okay.
while this is happening, I'm casting prestidigitation repeatedly on myself.
Yep.
Christ.
Yeah, you're cleaning up the mud. Yeah. All good.
Oh, it's not just you showing off. It's like, no, look, I can do magic.
No.
No,
No,
you can
no.
use it to clean or soil objects, so he's using it to clean the mud off
Nice.
himself.
No.
Yeah, okay. Fair enough. So, this brings you to another slight issue with the thing.
Wah, wah.
So to continue north, you need to like cross that river. You can either go use the bridge, or you can just actually it's a dryish
Wait,
riverbed.
Yeah, I was
It's a
about to say,
dry
are you
riverbed.
kidding?
Yeah, I mean, the weak among you might need to. Yeah, no, that's fine. It's like,
Do an athletics check to make sure you don't get all muddy.
I mean, yeah, or just like even climb up the other end. But yeah. All right.
So, yeah.
Well, if he's going to head on north, then off you go.
Sick.
I just finished getting the mud off myself when everyone says we now need to cross the river.
Yep.
Good.
Good.
Damn it.
Good.
Do you like attempt to like levitate yourself over it? It's just like, no, I'm not doing with this shit anymore.
No.
Good.
Excellent. Excellent. Okay. Okay. Could I get a marching order? Formation.
Mordar.
Yeah, at the front.
Mortar at the front.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be next to Mordar.
Mortar and me at the front.
Okay.
I'll trail behind.
Yeah, I'll trail like, probably like somewhat also.
Slither.
So are we doing 2
I'll
by
get
2
that
or are we doing
tail.
like 2 1
Yes,
1?
2 by 2.
Yeah, it'd be 2 by 2.
2 by 2. All right, 2 by 2. Off you head. I would like a perception check from the leader, Mr. Mordar. However, with
Yeah,
advantage
yeah,
because
no.
everyone is helping you look.
Alright.
You found the big rock.
Because I would imagine you guys aren't dumb enough to like be wandering in the wilderness without keeping an eye out for potentially bad things.
Oh my god, look all the trees.
Okay, so I rolled a 14. I'm guessing with advantage, that's a +2.
No, advantage
You
is roll
roll it
twice to take
again.
the better one.
Oh, that's right. It's been a very
Yeah,
long.
you're thinking Pathfinder.
I'm gonna go with a 14.
14 total. Okay. It's looking pretty clear. You don't see anyone wandering around. I mean, you do see some random wild animals skittering about. A lack of birds and stuff. Lots of dead fish in the river. River is starting to get a little bit muddier as you further up. Like, there seems to be some traces of water that are getting through, but not a huge amount. And then, night starts to fall.
Rad.
All right. I suggest we set up camp for the night, lads. And
Mhm.
yes.
You can have fish.
So my cantrips I can cast at any time.
I
Yes.
have no idea what my shit is at all.
Yeah, your
Okay,
cantrips are your level 0 spells. You can cast them without having to prepare anything. They don't run out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I cast Dancing Light.
Okay, so
Okay.
night has fallen. You've cast Light Dancing Lights. Mordar's suggested breaking camp.
Mm-hmm. Set up camp.
Sure, set up camp.
Okay, that's a yes then. Okay, let's go.
He suggested it.
Um,
No one said yes or no.
Before I set up the camp, I'm gonna just check the area that we're setting up camp.
Sure, show me some of that there. What are you checking for particularly? Bad guys or just a good spot?
A good spot to set up camp, and then to make sure there's no wild animal dens or snake huts or not snake huts. Sorry, snake holes.
I mean, you need at least one snake hole, but okay, that's a survival check then.
You know, just
Yeah, survival
just a
check then,
general
please.
Good idea. So I rolled a 12 plus 1, so 13.
Yeah, you find what you think's a decent spot. I mean, it seems to be covered enough that you won't cop a lot of wind during the night as well, so you'll be able to set up a fire without it being blown out while it's being built, and
Mhm.
you know, relatively sheltered as much as you can be in a kind of rolling plains setup. A fire will be visible for quite some distance, but at least if you do decide to do that, then there won't be it won't be put out by winds and stuff like that. No obvious snake holes, no sort of dangerous creatures around, nothing obvious anyway.
No badges or yeah. Okay. Well, you had mentioned previously that this town doesn't really get many people, so we would have no reason to feel threatened by non-animalia things.
Yeah, like you do get, you do get the occasional sort of like wolves and stuff in the forest, but it's far enough away that they don't tend to come out to town unless they're particularly desperate for food or anything.
Mhm.
And I mean, the town has like one sheriff, and then there's a bit of a militia situation going. If anything does happen, you've kind of got villagers trained enough in the use of a sword if you need it. But that's kind of all you've got. It's pretty sort of sleepy town. The most trouble you generally get at this place is the travelers getting rowdy in the bar. There was one incident 3 weeks ago where the farmers disappeared, and that caused quite a ruckus. But there also hasn't really been a solution to that. Not that's very mysterious, and it's still under investigation.
Okay. Cool. Yep, that's all I'm looking for, is to make sure that I'm gonna get eaten in my sleep.
Yeah, you're feeling relatively safe. You're in a place that's you know, not known for dangerous and bad stuff happening. Level 1ville.
Okay. Let's make up the campfire. We'll need to gather some firewood and tinder.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I got my tinder box here, so we can do that.
Yeah, that survival check of Maze was enough to kind of, you know, you're able to build a fire without too much trouble.
Okay,
Fine.
done all that.
Just roll that all into one check, really.
Cool.
So you have a fire. You've got a camp. What now? Do you want to do anything? You want to chat for a bit before you sleep? Want to?
Well, I mean,
set up a watch.
I got fish.
Oh yeah, let's cook some fish.
Let's have some
Yeah,
fish.
have some dinner. All right. You've got relatively fresh fish.
I can do this, and I'll press the digitation and make a tasty fish.
There we go. It's really tasty fish now.
What do you got? Why are you talking shit on my fish? Okay, I thought it was all right fish. Okay, whatever.
I like mine with a bit of spice.
Okay, I mean, I could have got some spice, but whatever.
You know what? I'm curious. What do you want my fish?
Done. Tasty fish. Mordai now has tasty fish. It
tastes
is
like crumbed chili flaked fish. There's no crumbs or chili. It just tastes that way.
I hold up my water skin. Can you make this tasty?
For God's sake!
I can make it tasty, but
I feel like you should. I feel like you should have to roll for this at some point.
It's actually literally what prestidigitation allows. So
I'll make it taste like wine.
Yeah, let's do that.
Oh, what? So he just gets to be Jesus now?
I'm double checking the rules on prestidigitation now. See how far he can take this. But let's see. Instantaneous, harmless, sensory effect.
Is this why people think that Dungeons and Dragons is an affront to God?
Probably yes. Let's see.
Snake people flavor fish.
Instant harmless sensory effects such as a shower of sparks, puff of wind, blah blah blah. Light or snuff out a candle, torch or small campfire. Clean or soil an object. Chill, warm, or flavor up to a cubic foot of non-living material for 1 hour. So yeah, actually, he can make it taste like wine.
It tastes like wine,
but it is still water.
It is not wine.
It's probably really cheap wine.
It's just like kid wine.
I'm just like, oh, this is a great trick. That's amazing.
Yeah, but yeah, it doesn't get you drunk in the slightest. It is not real wine. It is
really
just water.
Yeah. You can't, drink your problems away.
Which doesn't really matter to Hask at this point because, I mean, as we've established, Hask can't get drunk.
That's every time.
Yeah, Hask can't actually get drunk. Yep. So he's done that. That's the thing he's done.
So we've eaten.
You've eaten. You've drank your fill.
Does anyone want to do rotations on watches tonight?
I'm good.
It was my mistake to make an option.
This close to town, I don't think that there's too much of a threat. If Father says that we don't need to worry about being attacked by creatures in the night, then...
Oh, we probably do it, but I mean, yeah. I'm alright with it.
I'm less confident now.
They're cool with me.
Yep, I'm going to rest.
Alright. In literally any other situation, I would immediately force something on you in the middle of the night. Just be aware of that, because that's hilarious.
Yeah.
Alright, well in that case, cool. I am desperate to use the bathroom, so I think now's a good time for a 5-minute break, and once day breaks, we will move on into the rest of the session. Woohoo!
Okay.
So we'll be back in like 5 minutes, viewers. Hope you're enjoying this, and yeah, we'll be back in a few minutos. Minutos? I'm sticking with what I said, minutos. BRB. There's the play button, we're in. Hello. Hello. Welcome back, friends. We're all boozed up and bathroomed out and all that kind of stuff. So,
I'm not boozed up.
Piss in
well,
and
you
piss
can be
out.
boozed up.
Do you want me to go get boozed up?
I mean, you had your chance. If I could teleport this to you, Sam, I would. So,
No, he wouldn't.
No, you wouldn't.
yeah, good point. I
Stingy
would.
bastard.
Oh dear. Alright, let's get back into it. So, you've all gone and camped without taking a watch, but it's in the safest region on the planet, so, like...
I mean, is it really?
No, but it's safer than most. And
Thank you
so I've
for being honest,
I've rolled a
eventually.
dice for how many horrible monsters are going to kill you, and the answer is 0. So, you sleep, and when sleep is ended...
Fuck you. Fuck you for that.
And when
Frick.
sleep is ended, you awake on a bright, sunny morning in a bit north of Dryftwood.
Idiot.
And if
Dumb
you,
references.
yeah, I'm not gonna. No more references to the dark room for at least the next 5 minutes. So yeah, you've awoken. It's probably about let's say 8 or 9 in the morning. You guys can sleep in if you want, or you can go do your job.
No, that's already sleeping enough.
Oh, Mordar's an early
Oh,
riser.
okay, sure, whatever.
Well, in that case, he's badly playing a trumpet to wake you all up. Very
Does
military.
he have a trumpet?
No.
Or did he just steal my flute or something?
I don't need a trumpet. That's terrible.
Dude,
what a
he's just...
nerd.
Okay, you awaken to find Mordar's dooting at you.
He's just attempting. It's like, no, that's not good enough.
Good morning, fellow companions. What a great day we have ahead of us.
Good morning, Mr. Mordor.
I love Mordar.
I'm a morning person.
He's a dork. I love him.
Paladin is a DM's best friend.
I'll be like stretched out, lying in the sun somewhere.
Yep.
Yeah, you just got the reflective mirror thing.
getting your warmth going.
Like,
yeah.
what are you?
Huh?
I
Alright,
am
Yeah.
Maria.
Oh, wait, do I sleep? Because I don't. Elves don't
Half
sleep.
elves do sleep.
Okay.
Elves go into like a trancey thing.
yeah, no meditation for you. Alright,
I still
He
meditate.
meditates to prepare his spells as a druid, but he
Okay,
doesn't
you
do like the weird
because I'm like
trance
one with
thing.
nature and shit.
no meditative sleep.
Fine, then I don't have any spells and we'll die.
You get your spells back.
Anywho, I don my armor. I take
Yeah.
the necessary time to do it.
Sure, you're doing that. Hask, you've studied up. You got your detect magic slot back. It's the next day.
Woohoo!
Yeah.
Do we have
good
any
for
more
you.
fish
I'm
left?
going to immediately detect magic.
Oh,
Yeah, I've got like 16 more fish.
He has
Let-
16 more fish.
Before we
They're day
finish
old
up,
Have
now.
they been refrigerated in any way?
Tasty fish, please.
Do we have any way to salt this fish so we can
Uh,
have it last longer? I
I-
don't.
I wouldn't.
Where's my
I
salt
wouldn't
spell?
eat that fish if it's just been sitting for a day.
You ate it last night.
That was 8 hours ago.
I'm not a woodsman.
You're not?
He says he's not a woodsman, and then his dog immediately barks.
Actually, you know what?
No, that's probably
me
my
speaking.
dog.
I don't know. Snake Man Husk knows that shit.
This-
What, Hask
You-
doesn't know if that would be, what, a day old, or that it would make him sick.
Oh, yeah.
Make an intelligence check.
I'm,
Well, this can only end well.
I'm cooking it anyway. I'm cooking it anyway.
Actually, an intelligence or a survival check, whichever is better for you.
Whichever is worse.
Um,
And if they're the same, then just make one.
intelligence check.
I rolled an 18 on a survival check.
Okay, I want from each of you, though, so... May's got an 18.
Oh, what? I've got to do one?
Survival check. I mean, if you want to check if the fish is still good, if you're just going to risk it, then you don't need to.
I thought I was already.
Okay,
I already said I was
whatever.
already-
Okay, so Mordar's just skipping the check and going,
Right.
meeting, forget it.
I'm cooking
Deep,
it.
deep, balls deep.
He's cooking it. That's fine, that doesn't mean you have to eat
9. I got
9.
9.
it. Okay, and Husk?
Like, it's,
14.
14.
there's still
On
plenty of time.
intelligence.
That's fine.
But
Okay.
Just out of character, still plenty of time for them to go, oh shit, and stop me. But, for now, I'm cooking it.
Yeah, so... Thank you for the follow, Amwara. I'm now being deafened by Take On Me.
Oh, wow, I'm sorry.
There we go. What?
That was terrible.
What did you do?
Oh, just us singing.
Oh, you're probably being drowned out by it anyway. Oh dear. Praise the sun. Alright, so... Okay, that's... Ow. Okay, so... May? You get the idea that it's a bit iffy. It could go either way if you eat the fish at this point. The rest of you don't have a clue.
Ooh, do I get to do a constitution save?
You might if you eat it. It hasn't been eaten. He's cooking it at the moment.
Da.
It's up to May if
I
she
got
wants
a
to stop
9.
you lot from eating it, but...
I'll go for it.
5.
Well, come on. Can we just assume here that father eats shit all the time from the woods because that's what he does? So he would
Yeah.
know, right?
Yeah.
You know.
That's a good point. Was father vegetarian or vegan?
Oh yeah, I thought he was vegan.
I mean, like,
Oh.
But he ate fish last night, so I guess he's not vegan
you
anymore.
do realize
You're
that I
a
have given you my
pescatarian.
full backstory and all the very specific details.
Yes,
That would
I
explain
realise that,
stuff.
yeah, but I'm just like, is that a thing that came up with the others?
But you ate fish last night.
Yeah.
He did.
It just means he can't go
that.
Super Saiyan anymore, that's all.
Ha!
Fuck off.
Scott
Scott
Pilgrim.
Pilgrim,
No
you
vegan
stupid little
lifestyle. No
shit.
vegan powers.
Stupid little shit.
Alright,
Like,
let's stop
I'm
referencing
cool.
stuff and do the thing. Okay, so,
I'm like morally like vegan.
anyway,
Let's go.
so if you lot are going to eat it, May, you do make a compelling point in that if father is going to make a constitution save on eating this maybe bad fish, then he'll get advantage.
Well,
because
that
it's more
literally
useful.
just means that I'm looking at it and going like, oh, okay, I think it looks good.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, May's kind of knows it's a gamble 50-50 on whether it's safe to eat or not.
I don't pull
The rest
out
of
like
you-
like an agar plate and start swabbing it down.
No, I'm saying just
nom,
having a
nom,
look
nom.
at it, May goes 50-50, the rest of you think it's probably fine,
Nom
but you don't
nom.
know. Well, too late for Mordar.
I suppose I've
Hey,
eaten
guys.
worse. And I'll flavor some more fish up.
Yep.
Yeah, to
Tasty
mask
poison.
your ability to taste whether or not it's gone off. Perfect. Good
Yep.
work,
Perfect.
idiot.
Oh,
That's okay. I'm not rolling dice for a reason.
oh no.
No reason.
All the more reason that I'm like, nah, don't proceed to taste my shit, man.
Oh,
I
no.
need to know if it tastes off.
The fish might not have been good. It doesn't taste as good as it did last night.
Here, let me help.
Yeah, yeah, good one.
Well
Oh,
done.
no! You have to do like a move like this.
Yeah, okay.
Salt Bay.
Yeah, Salt Bay. They're done.
God, lame.
Done. Excellent. Okay. Well, let's move on. I mean, you don't immediately feel any worse for wear. You don't know. You still like for May isn't sure whether it's okay or not. What are you eating that, May, or are you eating something else?
I check, smell it, whether it smells good or not, and if so,
50-50 on whether it's okay or not, according to your check.
yeah, I eat it.
All right. Everyone has partaken of this fish. So mark off 4 more fish, father.
Yeah.
And I mean,
Well, I mean, like, are we at the point where you're literally going to be like, if you eat it, you will die instantly? 'Cause that's
no.
what
It's
it
just
seems
if you
like with
feel
my-
if there is a
Okay.
there is a condition for sickened where you take penalties to rolls if you're
Well.
feeling ill and stuff.
So we got a dozen fish, which I highly doubt you're going to let us eat all of it.
I mean, you can eat all of it if you want. I'm not going to stop you. It's
Yeah,
your
you're
decision to make.
You could
My,
preserve it.
well, my immediate question is, if I pick up more fish, is it going to be the same level of freshness of the fish that we've already got?
Probably. I mean, the
God
the,
damn
the
it.
water's gone out for everyone at the same time. Like, it's
I
not
don't
like
know.
it's.
Well, it wasn't simultaneous.
No, but I mean, like, the water was, as you've seen that there's a blockage in the river, that happened at one time. So the fish that have kind of don't have water to live in anymore, around about the same time, but time of consumption from then. So, you know, it's been yesterday was when the blockage occurred.
Fish.
It's now a day later.
Mm-hmm.
It's day-old fish at this point. Which, you know, we've said 50-50 on maybe whether you're okay or not. I'm not telling you whether you're okay or not until it becomes a problem, if it becomes a problem at all.
Until it hits our lower intestine.
Yeah, you're not going to
sorry.
instantly
Hello.
retch from it unless it tasted awful, and it didn't taste awful. That's what you're getting out of this.
All right, let's
Okay.
pack up camp and head up.
Okay,
Yes,
so-
I agree.
please do. Arguing over day-old fishes.
Up ahead, yo.
Yeah. I mean, it's the essence of D&D, arguing over the dumbest shit. So it's
I got an
literally the
11
point.
for packing up.
Congratulations, you packed your stuff and it fit in your bags and stuff.
Good work.
Well done.
Alright,
Your
So-
work,
Tetris
Self.
skills are
You
strong.
played enough Tetris.
alright,
I mean-
so pack up.
Travel all the time anyway.
Ye
Father.
oldie Tetris.
Alright, so
Okay.
you head on following the river.
I was gonna say I pack up the things and put dirt on the campfire, but let's just fast forward to that.
Oh
Let's go.
yeah, I mean, so you break camp. You've done all that. You're not.
Yeah,
You're preventing forest fires.
everyone. We need to go around the room and have everyone meticulously describe the order in which they pack everything.
I'm just
I mean, we
being
can if you want,
stupidly
but-
safe. I'm being stupidly safe.
No, that's fair. That's fair. Only you can prevent forest fires when you're not in the
Exactly.
forest.
Exactly.
But,
You can
yeah.
you can have plain fires.
Yeah.
Plain.
Can have river fires.
There's
I
a river-
mean, you didn't camp in the river, did you?
There's
Otherwise, I
No,
might have to
we-
make some extra
There's
rolls.
embers. There's embers.
Yeah, it's not in
They
the
fly.
river.
We are arguing over stupid shit
Come
again.
on!
I
Literally the
love
point.
arguing
Out
about
like
stupid
this.
shit. That's the best part.
I'm a bean. Shush. Let's go.
All right, onwards. So you continue onwards. So we're saying it was about a day's worth of travel from the lighthouse, and so maybe about 4 or 5 hours. You can kind of get a closer look at that at the blockage. You're still like a bit of a distance off from it, but you can actually see it now without needing to roll for it. You do also see two figures who appear to just kind of be sitting near the blockage, on the opposite side of the river from you, like on the western side of the river.
Okay. Can I like be all stealthy?
I mean, you can try to stealth
Someone.
in a relatively open plains area.
Okay.
I'll let you try it. I mean, it's fine.
I got.
I'll just continue
18.
forward towards them.
Oh,
18?
great. Good work. I got
18, sure.
18.
You're pretty sure you're hidden.
Right.
Hidden behind the giant Dragonborn paladin.
Hidden behind the giant
Nice.
Dragonborn paladin who's like clanking in his
Clank,
heavy
clank,
armor,
clank.
walking up the
And
the
no
thing.
one, and no one's said anything different. So I'm just going to continue.
No one said anything. Like you can all see them.
towards the figures. Yeah, so I'm walking towards them. You know, in a non-threatening manner, as much as a giant, like 7-foot dragonborn paladin in armor can be.
They see you from a literal mile away, and they get up.
Mm.
They don't see me though.
No, they don't see you at all. Like, I don't even have to roll for that. They don't see you. They see and hear the clanky paladin, but you're still quite a distance off. But they very clearly get up and start staring in your direction. Like they're trying to figure out what's going on.
Oh, good.
Oh well. If I notice them looking at me, I'll be like, oh, and wave my arm, like hi.
Jesus.
You're waving at them. All right,
Well,
sure.
they obviously can see me.
What do they
but-
look like? Can I do like a
Make a perception check to try and make out more about them. All you see is humanoid figures. They are in the distance, but
perception? So 15.
15. Okay, so you do catch a glint of steel. Like they very clearly are armed.
Mhm.
It's hard to make out much more than that. They don't look giant or anything. Like they are about humanoid size, regular like human. One is turning, making to look like he's ready to bugger off. The other one
Okay.
is still trying to figure out exactly what's going on with you lot.
Yeah. So just a group of people sitting around.
2 people.
2 people.
Not
sitting
even a
around.
group, just 2 people.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Oh,
my
we'll keep
scimitar
heading
out.
towards them. Because
Yeah.
why would we not assume? Mordar, what do you see? What are they wearing? Can I distinguish that?
You couldn't distinguish that from the distance you're at.
Distance?
But when you get closer,
They're
then
wearing Team
surely-
Rocket uniforms.
It's like you catch you catch a glint of steel because it's very obviously like a shine off the sun, but and by this point you are starting to approach midday, so literally midday sun glint of steel. So they definitely have a weapon of some kind.
Is there
but-
any towns nearby?
Uh,
Driftwood?
Driftwood. Driftwood is the
Yeah.
closest.
Well,
So they would have to have been from Driftwood. I'm talking,
Maybe
unless
maybe
they
not. There
unless
is-
they're working in the mines.
I'm talking
there's-
to Mordar. Yeah. Okay. So
Well, it's knowledge for Mordar as well, like region knowledge. There is Minikin Bay to the east. It's far to the east, a few days sail. down that river. It's basically a much larger port city. It's like the main city before people go out to sea and off to other continents out that direction. To the north, there's just kind of mountains, maybe a couple of small villages, but Dryftwood is by far the closest.
Okay.
And then the river passes off into other sort of towns and stuff too.
And then the mine.
And then the mine is like the closest point of interest that
Do we
you're
know
aware
if
of.
the mine is it being used at the moment or is it abandoned?
Do I know that?
Now, Hask does know this one.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
Okay.
feel free to...
What?
So party knowledge kind of thing.
Bella?
As you're aware, Hask, that the mine is mostly stone and was used for things like, the buildings in... I'm hearing some interference. I don't know what's going on there.
Yeah.
Anyway, so the mine was mostly used for stone for, like, say, the buildings inside Dryftwood, because you don't want to build wooden buildings on a seaside town. Also used a lot for the port city to the east and for castles and stuff like that. It was basically a source of solid, good stone for building with. There were also some deposits of other things. There was some coal, a little bit of iron, but mostly for stone. It is still in use. A lot of the travellers actually, so you would actually know this much, May, that a lot of the travellers coming past weren't necessarily miners, but they were transporting stone from the mine. But yeah, like as you're aware, it's still in active use.
Yeah. So I'm talking to the general party while we're walking. So maybe these guys are investigating the water as well.
They may just be miners.
But we won't know until we reach them and ask them ourselves.
Yeah, and I introduced my scimitar.
At this point, the one who was looking like he was going to leave has left. He's run off towards the mine.
He's
that
running towards
direction.
the mine.
The other one is just kind of looking between where you guys are and where he's going, and then follows him. But they're both running towards the mine.
They're running.
Yes.
That's strange.
Can I make a perception whether they're can I see whether or not they're scared or worried or
Sure.
like because there's usually a different way that people
Yes.
run away.
Definitely. Go for it.
Yeah.
Okay.
You are getting a bit closer
Yeah.
by this point anyway.
God.
What have we got?
I rolled a 9 and I get 1 for perception, so 10.
10. They're running. They're just kind of running towards the mine. You don't really... And
That's the
actually,
mine.
sorry, if you're going for an intention things, it's more like an insight check, sorry, because like what their intentions are.
Oh,
Okay.
So add your
same
insight.
same roll.
Same deal. They're just running towards it. You're not sure why.
Not sure why. What? Okay, that's
Keep
odd.
in mind,
What's-
May, just a reminder, as a bard, if you're not trained in something, you get to add half your level. If it's not
Yeah.
something you're proficient in.
I'm trained in. Oh, I've already added that half.
Okay,
level.
cool. Just making sure.
Yeah, we went through that.
In general, I'm not going to be reminding you guys of stuff that you should be across for your class, but early on I probably will be, just
Please.
so you get used to. Okay. Well, yeah, you have
Alright.
no idea why they're running. It's hard to read. It's hard to read like the intentions of someone who's running away once they've seen someone. Usually,
Their intention is to run away from us.
yeah, like usually the implication is not necessarily great, but
Yeah,
it
so
could
you
be either way.
So Mordar waved and they ran off. That's a bit odd.
I'm gonna. Ooh, I'm.
After a
Wait,
welcome
should we-
party?
Well, should I since I don't know that I'm there? Should I run up ahead and see if I can kind of find a vantage point to watch them from?
The tree, right?
Sure. I
Climb
mean,
up
there's
the tree.
trees around. Yeah.
I can put a tree
fact-
there for you. That's fine. Yeah.
Cool. Do I need to roll again to?
If you're going to try and climb the tree, I might make you roll a check for that.
Okay.
I guess.
Athletics?
I mean, I guess it would be athletics. There isn't a climb skill in 5th ed, is there?
No.
Yeah, athletics check then.
19.
Alright, you climb the tree effortlessly.
Did anybody
Like a
see
pro.
what they were wearing?
No.
Again, no. Like, you were the one with the good perception check. You
Okay.
didn't
Well,
see
can,
so
well,
much...
Can I say anything
could
from my
You
vantage
can
point
see
now?
brown colours, so I'll go back to you in a sec to answer that question. You see those brownish colours and a glint of steel. That's what you saw. Fava, from your vantage point, they're relatively tattered brown clothing. They've very clearly got swords, as what the glint of steel was. They also appear to have bows on them, and they are running at full clip towards that mine.
Okay.
You could make an insight check if you want to do that, but...
Yeah, I'll take a stab at that. Insight check. That is 4.
They're running towards the mine.
Your intent is to get to the mine quickly.
The intent is to get to the mine as quickly as they possibly can.
And they're sitting at the rocks.
They were sitting kind of next to the rocks on the other side of the river from where you were. So you guys are on the eastern side of the river, more towards the forest, and on Dryftwood side. The mine is on the opposite side of the river, and they were sitting on that side. And they saw you, and after like Mordar's wave, and they've kind of looked in your general direction, and then kind of run off.
And I'm assuming, of course, that I don't see like anyone else like around.
Actually, let me roll for like whether you would even see the. Yeah, that's an at 20.
Well, fuck.
You can see the mine from there. This is just a decision on whether you can see the mine from here. You can see the mine as like the outer skirts of it. You can see a couple of other figures kind of at the middle of towards the outer sections of the mine. By outer sections, I mean there's like almost like 2 cliff things that are kind of in a sort of snakish pattern, hence the name of the mine.
Yeah.
Most of the mining is done inside, but outside, in there, you do see
like a processing kind of thing, or
kind of like a processing thing, like the outside section. You see, aside from the 2 people who are running in that direction, you see 2. This is far off in the distance, so you don't get a great look, but you do see 3 figures, one significantly larger than the other 2.
Okay.
And those other 2 are kind of staying near to it. They're kind of almost like wandering around a bit, but not really leaving the area. But they're staying away from the big thing without going too far away, like maybe circling 30 feet of it.
Okay, so they're trying to like herd it or something.
Maybe.
Okay. Well, can I just be like, I told my friends that's what I see, kind of thing.
You can tell them, I don't need you to roleplay saying it to them. You can say you relay this information and they know.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I thought was going to happen.
That's fair. I'm not going to make you like, I'm not that hard ass.
As I said, it's probably just the miners.
Okay, but why did they get so freaked out about us like showing up?
You got freaked out about us.
Well, yeah, that's because you just like screamed my name and I didn't know what the hell was going on.
A lot of people run away when they see me.
Okay, you don't have to get all like emo about this, dude. Like, yeah.
It's just what happens.
Okay. Well, that's okay. It's okay to be different and all that, blah, 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 blah. But, like, you can't just, like, run up on me and scream my name and not have me be freaked out by that, man.
All right, let's head towards... I want to check out the rocks.
Sure. So, you get towards the rocks. 2 massive boulders are just blocking that river. On the other side, there is water. You do see a trickle coming through between the little gaps, but it's most definitely not enough to keep the river flowing. It's very clearly why this river has stopped.
Does it look like this was a natural disaster that had happened, or does it look like it's purposely been put there? Like,
I'm not even going to make you roll. It's very obviously intentional.
Okay, and Father, you said that you saw a large figure near the mine.
Yeah, there's like a big dude and there's like a bunch of other dudes like circling around. I relay the information again because some people didn't get it the first time.
I'm just clarifying.
Okay. So yeah, I don't know what like that deal is. Like maybe they're like directing it somewhere or something. I don't know. Like seems weird. I mean, this whole thing seems suspicious, right?
Well, yes.
I'm also saying this in a very hushed tone that keeps me still being stealthy somehow.
By this point, you'd have broken stealth. You've climbed a tree. You've gone down a tree. You've talked to people.
I didn't go down a tree. I thought it was just like.
Are you telling?
How do you whisper down a tree?
I don't know. I'm a druid.
No.
Are you a tree whisperer?
I tell like a bird to go over and tell you shit or something.
What?
That's a spell I can do, right? I haven't.
Have you prepared a spell list? Because, like, you're going to need to be able to know what spells you have.
Yeah. That's true. I mean, I figured out my cantrips like partway through. I was
Well
like, oh
done.
yeah, shit, I haven't done like half this stuff.
Well
Yeah.
done.
I'm good at this.
Okay.
Well,
Very
So-
easy.
okay. Well,
Mordor.
you're not going to be able to tell them stealthily.
Yeah.
So if you want to sneak again, that's fine afterwards, but you'll have to roll another stealth check to do so.
Yeah.
Mordor,
Yeah.
this looks like, this really looks like something big has put these rocks here.
Oh, yes. Well,
Could you have moved these rocks, Mordor?
on my
Is
own?
it you?
No. On my own, no. I would not be able to move rocks this large.
And Mordar is most definitely one of the beefiest people you've met.
So what kind of creature could move rocks this big, and why?
Well, there's plenty of creatures in this world that would be able to move these rocks, but I would not be able to tell you which one. Or if that was even the case, if it was a beast or other. I suppose there's plenty of, I guess, mechanics or spells humanoid races could use to move it, but in the end, we won't be able to tell until we investigate some more. Perhaps we can even ask the miners in the mines to see what see what they've seen.
Mordor, honey, they obviously did not want to talk to us.
Yeah, well, that doesn't mean they're straight away guilty.
I could try to blast the stones.
You're like way too trusting, dude. I just gotta say.
Blasting the stone sounds good.
Yeah, whatever.
Okay.
Done.
No.
Yeah.
I'll do an eldritch blast.
At the
Don't
stones.
stand away from the
Excellent.
rocks. Clarification.
Yeah,
Do we have to do like a dexterity saving throw?
no, if you're going to well, it depends. If you're standing near the rocks and he shoots the rocks without letting you leave, then yeah, sure.
I'm
But-
gonna wait until
Look at-
people are clear. But
Look
Yeah.
at this asshole.
if,
Exactly,
if,
like-
if people are happy for me to try it, I'm just gonna be like,
Yeah.
Like,
I'm
get out of the
moving-
way, guys. I need to do
I'm-
this.
Move
I'm,
it
mo-
away.
I'm moving back and grabbing my shield and just putting it above my head.
Above your head? Where are you in relation to the rocks?
Hey, you don't know where they'll go flying.
Good point. Good
Yeah.
point. Excellent point. There may be some roles involved now. Thank you for giving me that idea.
Thanks, man.
Fuck now.
Yeah.
it fires a beam of energy.
Yep. You fire a beam
Range-
of energy at the stationary rock. Roll your spell attack
Range
roll.
spell attack. I rolled a 15.
Task.
You hit the rock.
Can I just suggest that you
Too
stand
late.
north of the rocks and you blast them? Like, are you
As soon as people were okay with me doing it, I would have just been like,
you just
I'm
went
just like,
for it?
I want this my time.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
My time to
So
shine.
how are you?
should
Where-
I just
where
try
are
to blast
you?
it? I'm gonna blast it.
Okay, so where are you in relation to the rocks at this point? Keep in mind you can't be approaching it from the west because you haven't crossed the river yet.
In
You
front
can either
of
be
me.
from. Well, obviously you're not in the riverbed because we've established that. So are you just kind of a bit down south from it, a bit up north
Yeah.
from it, or a bit to the
Well,
in perpendicular to it?
I'm assuming that we would be walking from south to north.
Yes.
Yeah. So I'd be south of the rocks.
Okay.
I'm assuming that we haven't
Yeah.
tried to cross it yet.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
That's
So I
fine.
rolled 15.
Alright.
And a D10.
You've hit the stationary rock.
Nice.
Show me some damage.
4.
All right, I now need to check the health of a boulder.
Good work.
No, it's not. I mean, just want to see what the. Oh wow! Actually, the AC is higher. Then I'll let you have it. I've already told you've had it.
Well, I might.
You
That
put a
was
dent
like
in it.
rolled at 15. I don't know what my
Oh.
attack adding
Okay.
on is.
Well, in that case, with your case, you're probably fine to have hit it. Based off your stats, but make sure you know that stuff for future.
It's a
Yes.
huge freaking boulder. How do you miss it?
My spell attack bonus is 6.
Yeah,
so-
that's fine then. Yeah, you've done it. And May, to answer your question, it's not necessarily a case of missing it as it is like hitting it hard enough to actually damage it.
It's like my armor.
Yeah, like in Mordar's case, he's wearing heavy armor. A lot of his not taking damage is his armor protects him rather than him dodging. So then it's the same idea for anything that's inanimate object. So you've most definitely hit that. How much damage was it again? Sorry.
Zoot!
4.
4. Well,
Three,
you've certainly
God.
hit the boulder. A small crack forms where you've smacked it, but you know, it certainly
Yeah,
hasn't
any
shattered.
more on you?
If you do enough of this, it will break. But
I can
how much
keep
of this can
doing
you do?
this.
Eldritch Blast. What level spell is Eldritch
It's a
Blast?
cantrip.
Really?
Can I suggest Husk? Okay.
It's also
Okay.
loud.
Now
Yeah,
that you've
that is
done
true.
that, may I suggest we both cross the riverbed and get to the other side so we can get to the mine once you release the river?
Yeah, cantrip. Okay.
But
Oh wow, 120 feet range.
maybe go north a bit and push the boulder south. So maybe your force with the river will push the boulder out of the way.
Yeah, but they're also going to start attacking you probably.
Who's going to start attacking us?
The
I just
mine's
didn't-
the
I
mine's a
don't
solid
have a-
500 feet away. That's why you were having trouble with your perception checks. They may hear the noise from this, but
Yeah.
If they have a problem with it, they can come tell us about it.
Okay,
yeah, okay.
whatever.
So are we
Sounds
taking
good
my
to me.
suggestion?
You tell me what you guys are doing.
I'll
Do we cross the riverbed?
cross the river.
If you want to cross the riverbed, you can. There isn't any water. You can either slosh through the mud on the drier side, or you can try to walk across the boulders like a beam, or you can try to swim across the other side. Pick one. One of them won't need a roll. The other two will.
Slush and mud.
Slush in the mud. Okay. Actually, it might need a roll for Mr. Heavy Armor.
Fuck you.
No, you did not get stuck. You did not
I
get
don't want
stuck.
to cross
You're
the
fine.
rock.
You got stuck in the mud. You now need to wait for someone to tunnel under your legs. In order to...
Yeah. No, you're fine. You guys have gotten across. Are you all crossing the river?
I cross the rocks.
You're
Yeah,
crossing the
cross
rocks.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going
Show me
across.
some acrobatics checks then.
I've been muddy enough
acrobatics instead of
already.
athletics. Cool. I rolled a 15 then.
So I'm calling it acrobatics because it's more about keeping your balance rather than like running fast or jumping or anything.
And
you can try
also
jump.
because we haven't used acrobatics yet.
15.
15, you're fine.
Acrobatics.
Yes,
For a snake person.
Oh, I actually got bonus to that. 16.
you're fine.
12.
You're trying to acrobatics across. Okay, you lose your footing a little bit, but you regain it quite quickly across it. You're fine. But-
Oh no, I take mud damage.
No, you're fine. You didn't fall or anything, but you had a bit of
Right,
a scare. Just like, whoa, whoa.
Wow.
What's
okay.
Mordar
High
doing?
stakes.
Well, who knows what side you land in? If you land in a river that is pushing you into rocks, maybe
You already told
Mordar
me
just
that.
climbed. Yeah, Mordar just walked
Yeah.
across it. Okay, so
Alright, so we're on the other
Oh.
side.
so you have a
How much-
very muddy dragonborn.
So
paladin
I'm
on
really
the other
muddy.
side.
Aw. We
Can
got
you
a
make
dirty
that?
boy.
I'm really muddy right now. Like all the front.
Someone needs a
Yep.
bath.
And I've just thought of a thing. Mordar, I'm asking you a question in Discord.
Ooh.
I'll wait for that. I'm gonna go.
Rufus,
I'm
secret.
gonna smile and go give Father a big giant hug.
Aw. Dude.
Now, I think if you
Wait, can
hit
I
it
do anything?
again, downstream, it might help the boulders get out of the way.
Damn it! I don't have one of those
Mordar.
fancy cantrips to clean myself up with.
Mordar, are you able to push on the rock? No, actually, don't do that. That's
Get
a
in the
bad
water
idea.
and push.
I could
I'm
light
on
Mordar
fire.
on fire.
Mm.
I think Mordar's
I just
reading
realised
the
that,
things I've asked him.
Hi.
Good
what?
point. Good point, Mordar. Okay, what I want you all to do, and this is just a little bit of a retcon. Roll a perception
okay.
check, you three. This is back for like when you
Oh, okay.
This is in relation to Mordor, not in relation to any of the stuff you've been doing. That's all.
I've got.
What are we rolling, sorry?
Perception.
12. Again.
12? Okay.
I didn't hear
Another
that.
12.
Perception. Mate.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That would be
That
5.
one we do all the time.
5. Okay.
Big 5.
15.
Okay.
Okay.
May, you would have seen a thing. The other two, maybe not so much. Hask, most
Okay.
definitely not.
I
It doesn't.
half see it.
No.
You gonna tell me in Discord?
I will tell you in Discord while other
Ooh.
people are doing their rolls and stuff if they're trying to blast rocks.
Ooh, special.
Wait, what am I doing?
I mean, I don't know what you're doing at the moment while these guys are trying to blast rocks, Father, but I mean, Hask is trying to blast a rock as far as I understand it.
I'll now go along with that plan and go a little bit north of the rocks and fire back from the water side into the back of the rocks that are blocking the river.
So to assume there's some water pressure building up from this river, right?
There is,
I'm gonna-
yes.
There'd have to be some sort of advantage to pushing downstream.
I see what you're hinting at, and I'm not giving you that. The advantage that you're getting is that it's actually got less health than it normally would.
Is a boulder weaker to slashing or bludgeoning?
Well, you can make a nature check to know.
Oh, okay, sweet.
you
I'll
want.
do a nature check to understand the strengths and weaknesses.
Yeah, of a rock.
Yeah. Got a 9.
It's rocks break. They can be
Okay.
broken.
Well, also sticks break, but I'm still going to try and hit it with my
Yeah.
staff.
Well done. All right, then roll your attack.
Wait, is that bludgeon? Wait, what's the difference between bludgeon and versatile?
Oh,
Versatile is unrelated to damage type.
versatile is allowing you to use your dex or your strength for it.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I have no idea. Maybe can I use that then?
What, your stick?
Can I use versatile
You're gonna
damage?
whack a rock with your stick.
Versatile
Well,
just...
I've got fucking nothing. Like I figured out what my
versatile-
bloody cantrips and shit are. And it's like produce flames.
And
Like,
your
I don't
regular
think
fires? Have you regular spells? Anyway, your versatile just means you can use your dexterity or your strength to add to the attack rolls and damage. That's
Right.
all that means.
Okay.
It's your choice when you use the weapon. Whether you
Oh, I rolled a 6 for. I got 6 bludgeoning damage.
can't believe
No,
you're-
roll to attack.
What?
You needed to roll an attack roll first.
Okay, fine, but I'm keeping that. I'm keeping that.
You
one.
can keep that damage if you hit it, or if you do enough to break through its
Fuck,
hardness.
that's a 4.
Then you do 0 damage to the rock.
Okay.
It's just you go clunk and your arms just like ding.
Is Father like standing on the rock that I'm going to try to shoot?
No.
He's doing it from the. I mean, it's a 6
From the
foot.
shore.
It's a 6 foot bloody stick. It's a quarterstaff.
All right.
It's a very, very long stick. I'm
I'm just gonna
actually
start
still at the
randomly-
lighthouse.
Firing beams at it then.
Eldritch blast.
Shoot
Show
the
off.
boulder.
Well, that
Liberate-
might hit.
Whoops.
Even with bonuses, that's a 10.
Whoops.
That's a 10. Allow me to double check the armor class
Wait,
of this.
Pure
A
vanilla.
boulder.
You said it was
That's
a
a
lot.
10.
It was no, it was the health that was more than
Ah.
Yeah,
I
it's
mean,
the health
I've
that
got
was-
a lot of questions still about how,
Yeah.
like, rocks are, like, stopping the thing, but, like, it's not, like, cascading over the top like a dam. But that's just
The
me.
big rocks. The rocks are bigger than the river is.
Can
Okay,
I just
so-
ask a thing?
Sure, Mortar.
Well, sorry, this is to God.
Sure.
Jeebus.
Since shut up, dog. Since he's using his Eldritch Blast, which doesn't take up anything, it's just a cantrip.
We can get through this, but things are time sensitive since it is loud.
Yeah, so
We're not just going to walk through this one.
God damn it.
And on
I
that
just
note,
feel like-
make a perception check anyone who's not attacking the rock.
okay.
Oh, okay. I mean, wait, aren't you?
You two are
attacking
busy.
the rock?
No,
I
more
know.
dice.
Woo! 19.
Aren't you?
17.
Is me and Haas the only two that are actually doing anything?
Yes.
Yeah,
That's
you're the ones
great.
who've done
I'm
things in the last
telling you
round.
what
In the
to
last quote-unquote round. Okay,
Great,
so
whatever.
sorry, can I get a recap on those numbers?
19.
17.
Both of you kind of see one of the figures from before kind of like returning to see what's going on. Not close, but they're just kind of like almost like they're trying to sneak back, go, what the hell is happening here?
Mm-hmm.
And they're looking in your direction.
Hi.
Okay. Well, I'm not.
Okay, Mordar says hi, immediately turns around and runs
Fucking
back
idiot.
to
Idiot.
the thing.
It's hi.
Cool.
Well, I mean, if
You also
if nobody
hear
else...
oh shit. He says oh shit and then runs.
Okay.
All right, let's hurry this along. I'm feeling a little bit anxious about that.
I mean, if nobody else is going to participate, then I'm just going to pull up a deck chair and also just like, sip Mai Tais or whatever these two guys are doing.
Well, I suggested Mordar help me push
This
it.
could take a while.
Yeah.
Mordar and I
I rolled a
attempt
21
push it.
that time.
You've definitely hit it,
Right.
roll damage.
Can I climb another tree or something?
What do you got?
10.
10. Oh, okay. Massive cracks start appearing in that rock, and it looks like it's starting to give.
Okay,
Sweet.
Mordar, give me a hand and let's push this rock out of the way.
Okay, sure. Why not?
Can
I
I, like, cut it
assume
with my scimitar?
Hask and Father don't have much strength.
Oh, okay, thanks.
So before I start pushing on this, I check my footing and
I have
before I
zero
push
strength.
to see.
I'll have you know I've got -1.
Jesus Christ, that's impressive.
So yeah, I just want to check my footing and make sure that it's stable enough. So if I do push and it goes, I don't go with it.
Okay, well done. Glad you
Thank
thought
you.
of that. You'll actually get an advantage on your push.
Okay, so I am pushing now.
To find
with-
a good spot for it. All right, so in your
Ta-da!
case,
Well, I'm
strength
following
check.
Melee, right?
Strength check with advantage for Mordar.
Okay, I rolled a 15, and then I'm going to take that 15.
I mean, you
So
just
that's 18.
okay. 18.
For strength.
Fair enough. And May.
Do I get a double roll as well?
He actually thought to check and find a good spot to do it. If you didn't,
Okay.
though,
I
so
was
just
following Mordar's lead, but
yeah. But you're also next to him, not in the same spot. He's got a better push point.
yeah.
Got a better brace point.
All right. 17.
All right, so you push that rock. It is moving. It is now. I mean, you're just pushing a rock rather than like breaking it or anything. So it shoves, and the water is starting to flow down the river again. Like it's enough to allow the
Well,
river
our
to
job here is
start
done.
building up. It's enough to allow it to start flowing, but it's still not great. Like you get you get the sense that destroying both rocks would be the best way to deal with it, so that the river flows properly. Over time, the water would erode. If you destroyed one of them, it would erode the other over time, and you'd be fine. But this one is kind of just shoved down a bit, so it's almost like a slightly open doorway.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, Husk, finish it off. This didn't work out.
Okay.
Sure.
You hear in the distance, all of you, "Oi! What are you doing?"
Oh, oh, hello. We're just fixing the river here.
And as you
It must
say
be
that,
really
you turn to
small.
see the two dudes with swords and a gigantic creature standing behind them.
Okay, what's the gigantic
The gigantic creature, or how do I describe it without just telling you straight up what it is? It's an ogre.
Oh dear.
Oh,
There's
well.
a fucking ogre with them.
Is his name Shrek?
It's not.
Shit.
It's not named Shrek. No.
Oh,
No.
Shield and Morningstar come out,
And
I feel
the
like...
and the ogre is holding a boulder about the same size as the ones that you've been trying to destroy.
Huh.
I
I
don't
was come to
know
help destroy it.
whether I got this off.
I
Hold up.
But as soon as Mordar has gone, okay, Husk, blow it up, I did roll another dice.
All right. What I want you to do is, give me the number you rolled.
I rolled a 16.
Okay. So that will hit it, but I want you to roll now an initiative check with this bandit to tell me if you got it off in before he does the thing.
Yeah, I know, right?
Well, I believe my initiative is hidden.
Unhide it and tell me what you got.
I got a total of 4.
Okay, well, the bandit rolled a natural 1. So you did get your spell off.
Good work.
I rolled a 2. A 2.
Yeah, the bandit's initiative total on that was like 3. Actually, what's...
Trash.
He doesn't even have an initiative score? Okay, yeah, no, it's 2. His total would have been 2. So yeah, you do get that spell off, so roll damage. Because you did hit that rock.
Whoops.
What do we got? Okay.
Okay.
The rock's still in one piece, but it's looking very close to death.
Well, you were
You're
a
killing
bit
a rock.
distracted
Well,
by
it's not
like,
dying,
you noticed they were like,
inanimate.
"Ah!"
It's very cracked and crumbly and stuff. Like you sense another hit of that power will do the job on that one rock.
Let me line this up. Hey,
Pretty much.
360
Pretty much. Now, I would like you all to roll some of that their initiative.
should I
Because
just count mine as
I've got a question. How, if we got rid of one of the stones, how long would it take for the other one to erode?
I mean, erosion is a slow process, so quite a while.
I
Damn
rolled
it.
a 19.
Yeah, just give me a moment. I'll roll the initiatives for. Okay, so yeah, Hask, we will keep your initiative from that last one. So let me write down just the bad guys ones.
Well, that one.
Okay. Oh wow. Oh wow. Just. Oh wow. Both bandits rolled a nat 1 on their initiative.
Whoops.
So.
They're a little slow.
So that happened. Okay. We roll Shrek's initiative.
I got
You said
9.
it wasn't Shrek.
No,
Yeah, I
it
know,
is Shrek
but
now.
I'm nicknaming him Shrek.
Too bad.
Oh, that's
I got-
right. He gets a negative. Cool.
Oops.
Now, May, you
So they're
said
both slow as
May,
fuck.
you said 19.
I've got a
right.
total of 19 as well.
Okay, so hold up. Husk was a 4. Father was 19, and Mortar
9.
9. Okay.
What is that?
What I want from you, that's again fucking ripping jokes from Critical Role. Okay,
Good work.
Mortar, what is your initiative score? Because you're tied with somebody, and I'm using a higher initiative score to tiebreak. If it's between allies, I'll let you pick who goes first, but it's got to be consistent. But this was not with an ally. Mortar?
I'm sorry.
What is your initiative bonus?
-1.
Okay, then you are going after.
Good work.
Oh, actually, god damn it. Okay, I want you to re-roll and just tell me what you got in the dice, because he's got the same bonus as you do.
Good work.
Well, I just rolled a 14.
Motherfucker, so did he. Roll again.
Oh, for God's sake.
I rolled 6.
Alright, he got a 4. You're going before it.
Okay.
Okay.
God, that was still pretty close.
Yeah, I know, right?
Bloody
So,
hell.
Favor, we tied.
And yes, so May and Father
Yeah.
are tied, but that also means you two, because you're on the same side, you two can decide who's going to go before each other in the turn order. However, it's got to be consistent. Make that decision now.
Can I go first? I want to talk to them.
Oh, okay. Whatever. Good luck with that.
I take that as
Free
agreement.
action.
Do I take that as agreement?
Sure, whatever.
Alright, so,
It's kills.
initiative has begun. We are in, technically, combat.
Dun-dun-dun.
Dun dun!
Well, are they looking? Do they look aggressive?
Yes.
All they've done is said, "Oi, what are you doing?"
Yeah, and they have swords drawn and they've got an ogre who's holding a boulder. I started
That's sort of-
initiative order. It's up to you guys. If you want to talk, that's fine. Fortunately, your initiative means you're up first, so you can have your talk if you
Talking,
want.
a free action.
Talking is a free action to a point. You cannot monologue for an hour as a free action.
Damn it.
Can I
Levante, stole them.
intimidate or persuade them as a free action?
Just keep talking
I'm
to them.
probably
and we'll
gonna-
just, like,
I'll probably call like a bonus action or something to do that, because
just
you know
keep
you've got to
monologue
see if
for
it
59
takes.
minutes and we destroy all the boulders in that time.
I hate you. Shut up.
Okay.
May, what are you doing?
Sorry, I just need to know from a actual mechanic perspective. If I'm gonna try and convince them to leave us alone, does that use up a attack action?
What I'm going to do is I'm going to say that's going to be a bonus action we'll take for it, and it will be a little bit of a conversation back and forth. But
Okay.
I'll cut it off when it stops making sense. Keep in mind that a combat round is supposed to be 6 seconds, so keep it brief.
What's
it's your
going on over here?
Wow, okay. That's a good start.
They said, "Oi, what are you doing? Like, what's going on?"
I
should
just
find out
asked you that.
What are you doing?
I just asked you
The-
that.
The river's blocked. We're trying to unblock it. The town can't get any water.
Good.
Why good?
Okay.
Because.
Okay, so this was your doing.
Oh, the mystery
Maybe.
of it all. Good
This was
God.
your doing. It's an ogre behind him with a boulder the same size as the one you've just almost blown up. Yes.
Okay.
I suggest that you walk away, sir.
No thanks. And that is... I'll let you roll your check,
Yeah.
but that's where we're going to cut that off.
I'm gonna go with a intimidation.
Go for it.
Wow. Okay.
Oh, I rolled an 18 and I get a
Ooh.
+5.
Fuck, all
Solid,
right.
solid. Okay, I need to roll...
22.
The
I don't know why
elephant's
these...
scared of a little
that's...
tiefling.
Let's see. That's...
So there's 4 of us standing there.
This is true, but he also has a big...
I know.
Yeah. For some reason, the stats here didn't give me what his will save is, so I'm just going to have to make something up.
Oops.
Alright, he's shaken. He's not
Not
backing...
stirred.
He's not baking... He's not baking either.
Bacon?
That's true. He's not baking your cookies either. But he's not
Damn
backing.
it.
He's not backing down. But he is a little bit shaken, and this will affect him in combat.
Okay.
Okay.
So you have intimidated him successfully.
Okay.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna quickly look up because I don't know 100% what this one is.
You can ask me. I might actually know it off the top of my head.
I blame the druid. What are you blaming me for? What am I getting blamed for? Okay.
So who is I've been talking. The only person who's
Okay,
been
so there
talking
are-
back is a humanoid creature.
Yeah. So there are 2 humanoid creatures there. Both have their weapons drawn.
And then an ogre creature.
Yes.
Do I know what kind of humanoid creatures?
They're
Can I
human.
make-
They're humans. Simple as that. Humans. They're wearing leather armor. He's drawn a short sword.
Mhm.
That's kind of all you get. It's just he's looking a bit raggedy, a bit rough. Looks like he hasn't,
Mhm.
cleaned, showered in a few days or anything.
Mhm.
Like you get the sense that he may well just be a common bandit.
Okay, so I'm going to go combat ready. And I'm going to cast Tasha's Hideous Laughter.
Oh, I love this one. Okay, he needs to roll a will save, is it?
Yes, it is.
Okay, what is the DC on that?
Oh, okay.
That is on your spell DC. It should be on your sheet.
I'm looking. Give me a second. Oh no, we didn't put this on here.
Well
Whoops.
done. Now
Good
let
work.
me double check, but I believe it's like 8+ stuff. But
I'm sorry.
spell.
I think that's right because my DC is 14. Oh, that wouldn't make sense.
I don't have.
Is it 10 plus stuff?
No, I think it's 8+ proficiency bonus plus stuff.
Okay.
So, but I mean, so plus stuff is like an all-encompassing thing. Give me a moment. You are a bard.
The plus stuff is just
Sorry.
your caster stat.
Yeah,
It doesn't get anything for the spell level.
yeah.
So
Let me double check.
on my spell casting thing, I've got spell casting ability, spell cast save DC, and
The
then
save
spell
DC
attack.
is okay. So
What
the
you- what you
save
need.
DC is what we want. So your spellcasting ability for a bard is charisma, and that just means that's
Yep.
the stat it's based off. Your
Yep.
spell save DC is 8 plus your proficiency bonus plus that modifier.
Okay.
Now none of
So-
this matters based off what this bandit has rolled, but you need to know for future. So we'll fill this
Yeah.
in.
So it's 5.
Your modifier is 5, or is it
My
proficiency?
modifiers, my charisma modifier is 3.
Yep, your proficiency is 2,
Yeah.
and
5.
plus 8. So your spell save DC is 13 at the moment.
And your
Thank you,
spell
I'm
attack
sorry.
bonus would be 5.
Yes.
Thank you.
And the attack
Sorry.
and the attack bonuses for spells that you're throwing at people. For example, Husk's Eldritch Blast, because he needs to aim it correctly.
Okay.
This
so
is just
save is
you
13.
save or suck. Okay, so so what does Tasha's Hideous Laughter do? It makes him drop his. Does it make him just laugh
Yep,
and he
he
can't do
falls
anything?
prone and becomes incapacitated.
Oh,
unable to
does
stand
that mean-
up for the duration, which is up to 1 minute.
Does that mean he
Welcome.
drops his giant rock?
Well,
like, injure
she pointed it
people?
at a bandit, not an ogre.
Yeah, the
boo.
bandit I was
dude-
talking to.
Yes. So he's fallen over and he's dropped his weapon and he's having a giggle, mate.
Yeah.
Wow,
And at the end
okay.
of
Having a
each
giggle,
of
mate.
its turns, and each time it takes damage, it can make a new wisdom save.
Yep. Okay,
Okay.
so
And
this
it has
guy.
advantage if it's from damage.
So, poor bastard, he's shaken and laughing somehow. Somehow the absurdity of the situation has just gotten to him and he's pissing himself laughing.
Nice.
He
And
is
you would have
on the ground.
seen me cast that spell, so you knew I was. Actually, no. I would have combat ready, just to be clear.
I mean, combat
I
has
grabbed
started.
out my lyre, and I did a spell on my thing.
Yeah, and that's... Well, your bonus action was to talk to him, your action was to cast that, you can still move. Now, we're not being particularly heavily policey on positioning and stuff, unless it's like very obvious you're out of range. But at the moment, you were kind of next to the river, Mordar's next to you, Hask is a little bit further away because he was blasting. I don't know where Farva is. Farva, where were you during this? These guys...
I was up with you guys, like...
Good point, you jarred your hands. So you'll be next to Mordar on the other side. So Mordar's between you two.
Yep,
You three are in a line. Hask is maybe 10 foot further upstream from you guys. And these guys have just kind of come up from the mine, so they're within range for that spell, but they're not super far.
They're closer to May and Mordar than they are Hask.
They're about the same distance, really. It's just that it's like an angle.
Oh, so they're in the middle. So we're like in a triangle.
A little bit,
Okay.
yeah.
I'll move a little bit towards Husk.
Sure. Take a couple of steps up towards Hask. That
Yep.
thus ends your turn. Farva.
Mm-hmm.
You're up.
Okay. Wait, so how many... So we've got the one guy lying prone, we've got Shrek, and we got other people?
And you've got one other dude who hasn't said anything or anything at all yet, but he's got his weapon drawn.
Okay.
Again, looking a little bit haggard, like he hasn't shaved or showered in a few days. Leather armor, short sword drawn. He's kind of looked at his buddy who's fallen down laughing, going, "What?"
Okay. So am I close enough to attack that guy?
If you walk up to him, yeah.
No.
I mean, attack that guy with your stick. Yeah, you're gonna need to walk up to him. Maybe 3 or 4 steps.
I'm not gonna do like a. I have prepared some spells.
Yeah. You're probably about 20 foot away from him, so there's your range if you need to check for your spells. Mind you, some spells are touch.
How close is the ragged guy to the ogre?
Ogre's right behind them.
Okay.
And if we were playing on a map, the humans and all of you guys are taking 1 square, the ogre's taking 4.
Yeah, so
He's
like if I was
large.
to like walk up to that guy, the other guy would be able to get a swing.
The ogre would be close enough to. Let me see if it's. I imagine it does have reach, right? Yeah, he'd be able to. He'd be able to reach you if you walked up there.
Yeah.
Oh wait, no, it's not actually. The ogre could not hit you from that. Not with his. He could throw the border at any time though. But he has other things. He has a club and he has some javelins.
Okay. Well, I'm going to do a level 1 spell.
Sure.
It was called Entangle.
Excellent.
Has a range of 90 feet. Grasping weeds and vines sprout from the ground in 20-foot square, starting from a point within range. For the duration of these plants turn the ground into difficult terrain. A creature in this area, when you cast the spell, must succeed on a strength saving throw or be restrained by the entangling plant until the spell ends, which it lasts for like a minute.
Okay, so you're picking.
Okay,
so you pick a 20-foot square you're filling. I take it you're filling it to hit all 3 of them because it could do that.
Okay, sure.
But
I mean, it's not like the laughing guy's going to be able to do shit, but...
I mean, where do you want it to be? Keep in mind that it can also affect you guys if you walk into it.
Okay, well, I'm gonna have it so it, like, gets all 3 of them if I can.
Yeah, easy.
So, what do I roll?
So what you need to do is nothing. These guys have to make save checks.
Rad.
So what is your spell save DC?
Spell save DC is 13.
Excellent. I'm going to start with the 2 bandity looking dudes, and it's a strength save. Okay, it's just a flat number. Alright, laughing guy is surprisingly okay.
What?
Ow!
I don't know. He succeeded his strength save. Maybe he's rolling around so hard that the vines couldn't get a grab on him.
If I get no one out of this, I'm going to be pissed.
The other guy has hulked out of it as well. And the
ogre, just got trapped.
But of all people,
most beefy guy.
But of all people, the ogre is restrained.
Oh, you fucking kidding?
You have restrained the ogre.
It doesn't make no sense.
That's
were just
fine.
aiming for the ogre. The others were just,
Yeah, I only meant to go for that guy.
Yeah, sure. So
You're-
the ogre,
You're lucky next time.
the ogre is restrained. Everyone else is fine, but that 20-foot square is also now difficult terrain, which means half movement through it, as well as potentially being restrained. So its speed becomes 0. It can't benefit from any
Well, now we
bonus to
can
that.
talk to them better. Like, they can't attack us while we're talking to them.
Attack rolls against the ogre have advantage, and its attack rolls have disadvantage, and it has disadvantage on dexterity saves at the moment. The other guys are not restrained. Okay, so that was your action. You can move and you can bonus action.
Boner action.
Well, Father,
Oh,
your turn hasn't ended. You've just performed an
I'll
action.
just-
You have a bonus
I'll
and a
just
move.
be like, yeah, you better something.
Well
Not
done.
really.
Are you gonna stay where you are?
Can I do intimidation? I mean,
Anyone can try it.
fine. I mean, I'm probably gonna like beef it real hard, but let's go for
Who are
it.
you trying to intimidate?
The guy who isn't laughing and basically who
Yeah.
hasn't been affected by anything.
Sure.
I'm gonna affect him with my words and my speaking good.
And
Intimidation 19.
19. Wow. Okay.
Bow down to me, bitch.
Yep, he's shaking.
Yep. So now we've got someone shaking, someone laughing, and an ogre that's like got all weeds on him.
Yep, pretty much. Okay then. That ends your turn, or
Yep. Unless
okay?
you
then.
want me to intimidate him again.
I mean, you don't have the actions to do that. Okay, that will end your turn. Next up. Who is next up? Hey, Morda.
Yo.
What would you like to do?
Okay. First question, because I've already forgotten. How are the enemies set up? Are they like in a row? They lined up, or I'm going to assume they're in a row.
A little bit of a triangle. So the two bandits up front, and then the ogre
yeah.
behind them.
I'm just wondering,
I mean,
if I
most
was
of
to
these-
cast a spell that was shooting in a line, how many could I hit potentially?
From the kind of the angle you've got on it, you'd probably hit one bandit and the ogre.
Hmm.
But you could pick whichever bandit you want because the ogre is kind of big.
Yes.
Don't touch the one on the ground.
Hold on, I've got a cat wandering around. Go away!
You've got lots of kitty cats there.
Just the one.
Got a new one?
Ow.
Oh, it's a kitty cat and a doggo. The doggo's
Yeah.
on the bed.
Yeah.
Hi, Tough.
All right. I'll go with Plan A. Screw Plan B. Plan B is cool, but I'll save that for another day.
Okay, what's plan A then?
Plan A is I'll hold my Morning Star up to the sky and chant in Draconic.
Oh,
And I cast Bless on all my party members except for me.
excellent. Okay. So what does Bless do?
Bless gives you, if I read the right thing correctly, +2 to attack rolls or saving throws.
Yay!
Based off what I'm looking at, not quite. You're close.
Okay.
You're close.
I'm using some wiki.
You're using Pathfinder rules, I think.
It says D&D 5th edition wiki, so
I mean, I'm
'Cause-
looking at a 5th edition wiki as well, and it says when they make an attack roll or saving throw, they can add a D4.
you
As
bless up
well.
to 3 to choice. Whenever a target makes an attack roll, it can add a 1d4. Oh yeah, sorry.
Yeah, so they get to add. They can. It's like a miniature inspiration.
Yeah, sorry, I read it wrong.
Yep. All good. All good.
You blessed
That's
us.
it. He's blessed everyone.
You blessed us with your presence, and now you blessed us with the spell.
Yes. So
Yep.
yeah. Attack roll, saving throw. You can add a D4, and it lasts for up to a minute.
Cool.
As long as he
Yeah.
maintains concentration.
Yeah, up. Yeah, so yeah, yeah, and I'll move up towards them. I'll move at 20 feet, I believe.
You get right up to. You can get it right up to that bandit then if you want. That you're 20 feet away from them, pretty much.
Get out. Can you just stand in front of them, Mordar, and just roar? And use that as an intimidation check?
I don't
have to
think I can do it.
I'm gonna have to
I
double
don't
check
think
rules to intimidate.
Yeah, because I think I need a normal action still to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to double
Otherwise-
check rules on that. I'm letting you guys do it for bonuses for now, but I will check after.
Yeah. Otherwise, I was gonna, move towards him, get in front of the bandit that's standing up. Sure, why not? While clanging my shield, moving towards him. So
Yep.
like hitting the Morningstar against the shield.
Sure. Ding, ding, ding. Cool. Yep. How very Viking of you. Okay, then. That ends your turn, then?
Mm-hmm.
It's ogre time.
Well, fuck. So,
I'll answer that technical question for you a little bit later, Herbs Duncan, but you're close. So, ogre, poor ogre is restrained.
Poor thing.
Yeah, poor thing. I wanted to kill you horribly with an ogre. Why do you make things so hard on me?
Too bad.
Yeah, fair enough. So let me just double check. If it's standing in the area, you can try to use an action to attempt a strength save, or he's just going to throw the rock at disadvantage. But he's going to throw it at the druid who cast this spell of plants.
Oh, fuck, father.
So
Run, father, run!
I need an AC check for you, father.
Fuck.
I mean, but like, let's also consider the possibility that he's entangled. So
That gives him a disadvantage on his attack, which I have rolled. I need your AC, please.
my AC is probably not very high. 15.
Okay. Well, he's rolled low enough to completely miss you with that boulder.
Sick.
So, now I'm going to roll where the boulder
Suffer.
actually landed. And I'm going to laugh so hard if it lands right where the rock you pushed out of the way is.
Oh my god, that.
Yeah, but okay.
very
Here's my
dangerous.
question though. If it hits it, does that mean it does damage to the other rock?
I mean, if it hits a rock, yeah, it'll damage the rock. I'm just rolling the
Hit the
direction.
rock, baby.
I'm using Pathfinder Mist Alchemist rules for this, where I just roll a d8 and it picks the direction from you where it lands. Okay, so that's a 4. That is behind you. It sails like 10 feet past you into the river.
Yeah.
Blocking
And
it again!
no, it doesn't block it again. It does.
Did
It
it
does.
hit it?
It does actually smack onto the rock that you've damaged. So I am going to roll damage for that. So
Come on.
well done. Exactly 2 damage. That rock has shattered into a million pieces.
But then it takes its place. Or does it
the new-
bounce away?
The new rock kind of bounces off, and it's still in the river, but it's further down. So there's still
Nice.
kind of that door open kind of situation, but it's a wider door now.
Out of curiosity, at some point are we going to understand like the political machinations that led to them wanting to block the river, or are we just gonna
Depends
kill
on depends on what you find or what you do.
them? Right.
That depends. Are they
That's
all
good.
dead?
Murder them in cold blood. Whatever.
Like it's up to you whether you find it or not.
I tried to tell them to stop.
Yeah.
Trying to reason.
And they didn't. Anyway, the ogre can't try to break out of it because it decided to throw the thing at you, and it can't move at all, and it's not smart enough to have anything as a bonus action, so thus ends the ogre's turn.
Yay!
So next up, Husk.
Con whiz strength. Asked who has the most con whiz and strength.
Well,
Okay.
I mean, Wiz is probably father.
14, 11, 14 is mine.
I've got 11, 14, 12, 11, 17, 14. I'm like the wisest guy here. Just saying.
Okay,
Well-
nice guy.
Right? How wise are you?
Watching a moth.
Very,
Alright, good
very,
work. Good work.
yeah, very.
He does not have the highest.
I mean, I'm going with the highest con, probably the ogre, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, Husk, it's your turn.
Well, I'm sitting on a con of 16, so
You're equaling an ogre,
Okay.
which I
I'm
should
down
not have
with
told you. Anyway, what do you do, Husk?
so the boulder that I was destroying has just been destroyed.
Yes, it was very close to
Aw.
having been destroyed already anyway.
Oh, I wanted to destroy you.
But now you have a shiny new boulder to destroy.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Zoot.
I like that boy.
Wait, who are you zooting? The boulder? Or the dudes?
I look back. I see that the ogre is entangled. One of them is laughing on the ground, and
The other one's shitting itself.
everyone seems to be taken care of over there, so I just shrug and continue arcane blasting the next boulder.
Okay,
Oh wow.
sure.
We've got. God damn it! That's too many
Uh,
consonants in a row. Herbs to get dunk and is being Superman.
Hi, he's from Germany.
Don't mean to be
mean,
racist.
if you're
but
going-
My
sixteens
skins
are wild.
glow.
If you're going to roll an attack at the border, roll an attack at the border.
I did. I got a 20.
Nice.
Nat 20.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Oh my
All right.
god,
What I want you to do then is roll double your damage on the Eldritch Blast.
guys!
Just rolled the
critted.
D10 twice.
Guys,
We'll just
we
roll the
got it
dice and double it because it'll just
Ah.
be quicker to calculate.
14.
Guys,
14. Okay. What?
we've got an ogre called Shrek, and there's boulders. Why haven't we made a? Oh, that's a nice boulder joke. Jesus Christ, we've lost our
Okay.
touch.
Okay. Well,
Alright.
Husk. So 14 damage to that boulder.
Yeah.
You just one shot at that boulder.
Zoot.
Yep. The boulder just explodes in a shower of debris. It doesn't go anywhere near you guys. There's still one boulder in the river, the new one that just landed in there, but the river's starting to flow again at like half speed. Well done.
Okay.
Well done.
Now we'll be able to get.
You can
new
move and
fish.
you can bonus action. Those are still around.
I suggest I
I
move
do not.
towards you.
Okay. Husk is chosen neither.
I'm
Good effort.
seemingly safe at the moment. I've blown up the boulder.
Well, now it's the laughing guy's turn.
Now it pisses off for a
So he
second,
gets another attempt to break out of the laugh.
Mm-hmm.
And what was the DC on that again, please, me?
13.
13. Yeah, he's still laughing.
Mayo.
He's still laughing. Thank you for the follow, Herbs Gedunken. Okay, so that guy spends his entire turn laughing. That guy spends his entire turn laughing. In which case, it's the other guy's turn. The one who's not restrained.
him.
He's not restrained, and it's difficult terrain. But he's also, like, he's got a Mordar directly in front of him, so he's going to take a swing at you, Mordar.
Hi.
What is your AC, sir?
Hold on. 18.
I need to change my dice. I haven't rolled higher than a 5 for a bad guy. Yeah, you just ting bounces off your armor like nothing. It's like the dude doesn't know what he's doing.
Good try.
Yeah, I need to change my dice. Something fierce. Now he's
Mordar just pulls out like a gold star. It's like, nice work.
yeah. So he's not going to move because it's difficult terrain and he feels yeah. And he doesn't have any bonus actions. So that is it. We're back to the top of the round. So May.
Mayday.
Mayday.
Just in case you're wondering what I told the laughing guy, there was a man from East Kent whose tool was so long that it bent. To save her some trouble, he folded it double, and instead of coming, he went.
Oh no.
Okay, so did you just like look that up on Google?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
Very
Yes, I
good.
did.
Very
Okay.
good. The oldie pun website.
So the oval shapes, so Herbs Gedunken, the oval shapes at the bottom left are for character portraits once we have them organized. This is actually our first session.
Yeah, books.
Yeah.
So we need to
Um,
get art sorted, and I'm not updating players' HP at the moment either. So
Somebody
And I made
suggested
music.
we have stats on the side, which I thought was a good idea.
yep, we can
Yep,
look at that
could
once
get very busy very quickly, but all right.
we'll have a look at that stuff in future, or maybe just a scene where I can put in stats when we want.
All right.
But yeah,
I
okay.
think boulders destroyed should be in that.
God's sake.
The destroy
Yeah,
boulder.
Ignore him.
Okay. So
Oh, that's
what
a
I'm
good point. I
going to
haven't rolled
do-
initiative for the other boulder.
I want an achievement for best boulder killer.
Well,
Okay, so
got
we've
that.
got laughing guy.
We've got laughing guy. We've got guy who failed to hit Mordar, and we've got the ogre. Nobody has taken any damage on either side.
Good work.
So what I'm going to do, actually, I've got to tick off. I've used one. I'm going.
I'm a giant something. Whatever that is.
Oh, you can hear my daughter.
That's fine.
Oh.
Come on. What are you doing?
It's fine. I'm just.
On the ogre,
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to cast Dissonant Whispers.
Dissonant whispers, eh?
Yep.
Uh-oh.
So it needs to make a wisdom throw.
Picking
And
the
on a
right target
fail,
for
take
those. That's for sure.
3d6 damage.
Ooh, 3d6 psychic damage. That's one more. I would like you when you do deal damage to tell me what type.
Okay.
Just so we can facilitate things like
And it's going to, if I do succeed, it's going to move as far as its speed allows away from us.
Okay then.
Except it won't necessarily because it's entangled.
Yeah, its
it also
movement speed is
takes
0.
some damage.
But it takes more damage. Yep. Okay. Well, in that case, what's the difficulty we're beating again?
Spell save is 13.
Okay, changing dice didn't help. Okay, so it's taking the full 3d6 damage. It can't run away from you because its speed is currently 0 due to being restrained.
Yep.
But it's going to take this chunk of damage.
All right.
Beautiful.
Oh shit! I dropped one.
Oh no.
Okay, roll in the last one because I dropped it. All right, so we've got 10 psychic damage. Do I add anything to the rolls?
No.
Charisma? No. Okay, so 10.
No, the spell straight up has that.
17 spirit.
So
10
excellent.
psychic damage.
10 psychic damage done. Cool. Ogre sort of screams in pain as
Oh.
it sounds like there is just its own head is a brain hurt.
Ogres don't have layers.
Oh.
Ogres are not like onions.
Oh no.
Ogres are terrible.
Oh no,
Does
you
it
didn't.
just start peeling
Nobody
itself?
likes onions.
Does it
Nobody
start peeling itself or something, or what?
Kill yourself. Run away.
Jesus Christ. Okay.
She puts on that devil face. Ah, nice. Okay, so that's your action.
My spell.
That is your action. What would you like to do with the rest of your turn? You have movement and you have a bonus.
I'm still gonna move towards Hask. I assume I'm probably next to him now.
You can be next to him the moment you say so. You're close enough to do that easy.
Yeah. So I'm gonna just protectively walk in front of Hask.
Okay, you are now between Hask and the bad things.
Awesome.
Okay. That ends your turn. Fava!
Cool. Okay, who's like closest to like the edge of like the I don't know. I
The
just
edge
need
of
to
what?
attack
The
someone.
river?
No, like fuck it, I'll stab the laughing guy. With my scimitar if I can.
Realize as
Okay.
soon as you attack him, he gets out of his laughter.
No, if he takes damage, he gets
He
an
has
attempt.
Oh, okay.
And it's at advantage.
I mean,
But
we're
the
gonna
way
have to,
they've
like,
been
stab
rolling
him
tonight,
some-
he's not
What, do
getting
you want
out
me
of
to
it.
go for the other guy then?
It's no.
This is
play
entirely
you.
up to you.
I'ma stab that fool.
Which, the laughing guy?
Yeah.
There's a
Excellent.
poor guy rolling around in laughter, and you're like, "Ha! You're the easiest target.
Okay.
Stab you."
Well, I don't want to go near the ogre. I don't want to fucking die.
I mean,
Fair. It's
I mean,
fair.
he has a
I
point.
mean, this is coming from the person who's just like, well, I'm just gonna, send bad juju like from, like 10 meters away. Okay, so I'm guessing I have to roll.
Yep, just double checking because I think melee attacks against anyone who's prone get advantage. So you get advantage on this attack.
Okay, good, because the first one I rolled was a 2.
Okay, well, roll better.
That's better. 18.
18.
Oh, wait, do I add anything to that?
Yeah, you add your melee attack stuff. So, your scimitar, is it versatile?
Yes.
Okay, so add whichever's higher, dexterity or your strength mod.
Dexterity. So
Okay.
add to that 20.
And proficiency mod as well. So yeah, 22. You've hit
22.
You've hit the dude.
Yeah.
Roll
I stabbed
damage.
that fucker.
So you roll your scimitar's damage, and you're going to add your dex mod because it's versatile and it allows that to happen.
Rad. Okay. So I get 2 plus 2 plus
No, it's just the 2 plus 2.
what? Why?
You don't get to add your proficiency to damage. It's only to hitting.
2 plus 2 is
Oh, okay.
Your damage is your
I
roll.
still get. Well, I've got an attack bonus, and I've also got like it's 1d6 plus 2.
You also
Yeah,
have a
okay, so it's
blessing.
1d6 plus 2.
1d6 plus 2 is 4,
Yeah.
and I've got an attack bonus, which
Yeah.
I presume I also count, so that's 8.
Your attack bonuses are for hitting people, not for damage.
I was doing damage. I'm sorry.
It's your damage roll plus your strength usually, or plus your dex if it's. I don't
Okay,
know if
whatever.
that's the
I've
case
just
for
got
the
something
first
listed here that says attack bonus. I don't know.
Yeah, your attack
Four,
bonus.
then.
Your attack bonus is what you add to your attack rolls to hit. That's all rolled up into
okay.
one. Yeah.
So that was a 2 + 2 before.
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
Yes.
So,
So
yeah.
4 damage. Okay.
Well,
Well, you've hit the poor laughing
understandable.
dude. He takes some damage.
Yeah,
The question is, did you find it funny?
Well,
Yeah,
let's find out.
yeah.
He's getting his a chance to break with advantage.
Oh, he gets
Because
advantage?
He gets advantage because he's taken damage.
Okay,
And
fine.
a nat 20 means he breaks out of the laughter.
Aw.
That isn't
I
I thought
funny.
that was funny.
Don't find that funny.
Yeah, stabbing him isn't funny. He's still on the ground though. He still has to spend half his movement to stand up. So, you know.
Oh, God.
And I mean, someone had to hit him eventually. So,
Yeah.
so the spell has faded. Yeah, done. Okay. So you've wandered up to him. You've hit him. Do you have any bonus actions you would like to take?
Disappointed.
I'm gonna intimidate him. Intimidate. It's like, bitch, you better not stab me. I don't know if I can actually legally do that, but I don't know. Oh, that's not, like great.
Sorry, I'm
9?
just gonna jump out. for a
What was that?
second.
Sorry, what was that?
9 for intimidation.
Nah, nat 20 again. Now we're getting the dice rolls I needed.
God damn it.
Okay, Father's turn has ended then. What are we
I
looking
should have
for
tried to
there?
persuade him that it was funny.
So it's the ogre's turn.
It starts laughing at us.
Yeah. Alright, so it's the ogre's turn, and so he's still restrained. He's going to try a strength check to break out of the restraint. And, okay, can I get your spell save DC, please?
13.
13. Yeah, he's broken out of it.
Damn it.
Just.
That's unlucky.
Just.
Wah, wah, wah.
That did, however, cost him his action, I believe.
Sweet.
Yeah, it cost his action, so he can still move. So,
Oh, God. Who's he going to trudge over to?
I mean, you're the one who's been messing with him, but you're also like,
Me? What about Valera?
that's a good point.
It was just-
But he'd have to
it
walk
was-
past you and trigger
It
an
was
attack.
just like, oh, lol, suicide. Why don't you do it? Like, you know, I'd
He'd
kind
have
of
to
be
walk
like,
past.
hey.
He'd have to walk
hey.
past you to do it, which would trigger an attack of opportunity. So he's not going to do that. He's just going to walk up to you
Boo.
and draw his club, but he can't do anything with it.
Lame.
Now, next up is. Oh, I'm sorry, Mordar. You were supposed to go before the ogre.
How dare you?
Yeah, you can have your turn. You can have your turn now.
Let's do it over again.
Anyway, I say to the bandit, it's not too late to redeem
Oh, for
yourself.
God's
to
sake,
repent.
just stab him already.
I'm sorry, but this must be done. And I slam him with my Morningstar. Go dice roll.
Hitting the bandit with the morning star. Okay.
What the hell's that? The number's a little bit scratched off. So that's 13 plus strength 3. That's plus 2. So 16, 17, 18. Wait,
Bloody hell, alright.
18 to hit.
18 to hit. Yeah, you've nailed him.
Gotta work, yeah.
And I roll 1d8 piercing. Is this 1d8? I think it is. Go dice roll. 2 plus strength, I think. So
Yeah.
Yep, 5.
5 damage to the to the non-laughing guy, right?
Yes.
Oh, not on the laughing, but the one. Okay. So you've hit him pretty freaking hard. He's still okay, but yeah,
It's not too late.
good. That's a solid hit. You say it's not too late to him.
It's not too late to leave.
Yeah. Keep in mind, anyone here who's not Mordar has that bless up their sleeve still,
Yep.
Oh, yes.
if you need it for a
Actually,
for a-
And
that
I'm
is, that's a
still
really
concentrating on it. Sorry.
good point. Out of character.
Yeah.
You should update the title to say we're playing 5th edition.
Is there a Twitch thing that says 5th? Is
No,
it?
just in the title, just say Dungeons and Dragon 5th Ed.
Yeah. Okay.
As a future thing.
Yeah. I'll just pop it in now. Just a tag 5e.
There you go.
There you go.
You
go,
baby.
5e will suffice.
Thank you, friends.
Yes, thank you. We are playing 5th Ed, and I'm not 100% familiar with it, but you know, we're working with what we got, which is an idiot DM.
And idiot players.
That too. Okay, so Mordar has done a thing. Did you have anything else you want to do with your turn, Mordar? I'm just gonna stay there.
No, yeah,
Ready to
I'm
smack
pretty
him
happy here. I'm just going to turn my eye a little bit to make sure that the ogre isn't doing anything nasty to Father.
Oh, well, we've seen him wander up to Father, but be unable to actually do anything yet.
My point is, I am not tunnel visioning. I am aware of my battlefield.
You're aware of Father potentially being in trouble.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Okay, the ogre's already made his move. Hask.
Not coming up to me, but whatever. It's cool.
So now the ogre is moving. Yeah.
The ogre has moved up to Father. Yes.
Yeah. So he's out of the entanglement. We don't have a guy rolling on the ground laughing.
Mm.
The other bandit was shaken, but not
stirred.
They're both a little bit shaken, but they are fighting. Yes.
Okay. Okay. I'll turn slightly to Lelante and go, "You stole my trick." I'll turn to the ogre and dissonant whispers at him and go,
Nice.
Steal your trick.
Nice. What is your DC?
Mine's 14.
Well, we've got a 17 on the die here, so he's going to take half damage. It is. I am sorry. The dice have changed their minds now and started working. So roll your 3d6 and he's going to take his half damage.
Come back here, you sneaky devil. 8... 13 rolled, so 6 damage?
Yes, 6. Excellente. Thank you. Anything else? Movement? Bonus?
Does it look like anyone can easily get to me at the moment?
If the ogre made a beeline for you, he could, but it would trigger an attack of opportunity from Father.
Yeah, I'm also standing.
Oh, and May's in the way, so
I'm just going to stay where I
you're
am.
relatively safe. Everyone else is potentially stompy, but keep in mind that they all do have ranged weaponry as well.
Yep. I'm just going to stay where I am.
Excellent. Next up, the bandit formerly known as the Laughing Man stands up and takes a swing at Father because it costs him half his movement to stand. He's still got his action.
What?
And you did hit him.
Yeah.
What is your AC, sir?
15.
Okay, let me get... He's hit you.
Well,
He's most definitely hit you. For 2 slashing damage.
Oh no, 2 slashing damage. Where did I put my health again?
Is your max HP 17?
Ding ding.
Cool.
Correct.
Cool. I do actually have access to the numbers on the stream, so you are now 15 health.
Oh no.
I can actually update that for the viewers. Excellent. Something actually went according to plan. That's different.
Oh yeah, and it was injuring me. Thanks.
Hey, I mean, that's how it goes. The dice said smack you.
Yeah, but you didn't have to tell the dice to say smack me.
No. But I did anyway, because it's fun. Okay, so he's finished his turn. B2, as I've named him in my notes here, is going to take a swing at Mordar, because Mordar hit him. Mordar,
Good luck.
what's your AC like?
18.
18?
Good luck, sir.
Yeah, he doesn't. This was very close, actually. It looked like he might have found a winch in your armor. But, you know,
But he didn't.
takes a swing, clang, and he's like, damn it.
I see you're getting close, you little one.
He takes a look at you.
You give him a much bigger golden star.
He takes a look at you, looks at what you've done, and just panics and turns off and runs. You may take an attack of opportunity
sick.
if you wish.
Sick.
Yeah. Sure.
No one noticed the size of my clip.
Ha!
What do we got?
I rolled a 19, so I don't think I even need to calculate the rest.
You hit him. Now, how hard do you hit him?
Let's find out. Well, I rolled a 5 plus 3, so that's 8.
Okay, so you've murdered the bandit.
Oh!
No,
He turns to run and just where are you aiming for? Just the head or
Yeah.
Turn him into a backwards Pez dispenser.
oh
I'll be aiming for the large chunk of body, so the size of ribs.
all right, well you just hear a sickening crunch and he crumples in a pile on the ground.
You chose the wrong side of the
go.
You chose poorly.
Yeah, and then there's just an explosion in the background for some reason.
Well done, Pauladin. Okay, that was that guy's turn. It went well for him.
He did.
May, you're up.
So who's still up?
So the one that was laughing and the ogre.
So Ogre is still kind of freaking out with psychic damage.
I mean, the ogre's taken some psychic damage, but he's not freaking out or anything. The first one, when you scared him, he couldn't actually run anywhere, and that's only like an instant, quick flash of scare. And then he resisted Husk's attempt at doing the same trick, so he didn't run off, but he did take more damage. He's still not looking particularly hurt because ogres are quite hardy creatures.
Okay.
What do you do? What do you do?
Ooh, so he's been hit with damage, right?
He has been. Everyone on the battlefield who isn't on your side has been hurt, and on your side, only Father has taken any damage.
Yeah.
Okay, because I'm new to this,
The ogre is threatening Father, by the way.
can you tell me how wise it would be for me, or can I roll a wisdom or something, on how wise it would be to try and now cast sleep on the ogre?
Okay, so the way sleep works is,
I've got to roll 5d8,
yeah,
and the total is how many hit points I can affect.
and it affects people from the lowest current hit points upwards. So whoever has the lowest health is the person who's first affected by it in the range of the spell, and then that takes
Oh.
it.
So it's not an actual, it's like a cone.
No, so it's kind of what it is it has a 90-foot range, and then it's got.
So I don't target
pick-
somebody, I just cast sleep and everybody under that.
So what it is you pick a point. It says creatures within 20 feet of a point you choose within your range are affected in ascending order of their current hit points,
Like,
ignoring
holy
unconscious.
Fucking hell.
So you pick a spot, and then whoever has the lowest health at that point from that spot within the 20 feet goes to sleep first. And then if there's still enough hit points in your roll to affect the next person up, then it hits them, etc., until it can't affect somebody.
Like,
Sounds like an opening move.
yeah, I don't think I'm gonna do that.
Like, it's more likely to affect people who have been injured than it is the people who haven't. But, yeah, it's a risk. Like, it's a 20-foot square, so if you cast it, say, on the ogre's spot, it would hit the ogre and Father and Mordar and their bandit, but you don't know what order it would be. You surmise that the ogre would probably be the last one to be affected if there's enough, in which case everyone there would be sleeping.
Yeah.
Okay, alright, so what I'm gonna do is I'm going to stand strong, and I'm going to yell out at Laughing Guy.
Okay.
Well, he's not laughing
And
anymore, but yeah.
I'm going to.
Shall forever be known as Laughing Man.
Yeah, I mean, we need a way to living
the
man now.
artist
He's still
the
alive.
artist, the non-laughing man. Well, there's only one man
Yeah,
left.
exactly,
It's
there's only one
the
man left.
alive
There's a
one
man-
or the
there's
ogre.
an alive
we don't
man
need
and
to
an
argue
ogre.
about this.
Yeah, let's.
We do.
Sorry.
What would you like to do, May?
I'm going to yell out at him and say, "Your face could share." Sorry.
What the fuck?
Your face could share.
Your face could scare the shit out of a toilet, and cast Vicious Mockery.
Well, I love vicious
Okay.
mockery.
So
It's
you
so
literally
good.
just shame them into like self-harm or what?
It actually just straight up does damage, I think.
Yep, it
Jesus Christ. Okay.
Bards,
it has
man.
to
Wisdom
pass a
save.
Wisdom, or I guess 1d.
So are we to assume that this bandit is still in middle school?
I mean, it could be. Okay, wisdom save. So the DC on that, please? Doesn't matter, he failed.
Spell save is 13.
Well done. Okay, so what you need to do for me is roll your D4 psychic damage.
Woo! 4.
4, jeez.
And now it has disadvantage on its next attack roll.
He sure does. So, he's okay, he's not dead, but he's not looking healthy.
He's feeling a bit like shit, right?
He's feeling a lot like shit. Very much like shit, yes. It's exactly as you say.
Like,
Oh god, yeah, you Get the demon camera going. Yep.
Shamed into rage IRL. Nice.
Okay.
And also, yes, Paladin.
Yes, we've done that on purpose, Pathless.
Lame joke.
Yes. Okay, so
Oh man.
I'm done.
you're done? Okay. In that case, Father, it is your turn.
Yeah. Can
Now-
I like move after I take an action?
You can. I will also point out that if you move out of range of someone, out of their threat, they get to make an attack of opportunity if they've got reactions left. But there is an action you can take called disengage, which means that they won't, but that costs your action to do. You are in range currently of both the ogre and the bandit. Now the ogre hasn't hit anything yet, but it is big and scary, and it may hit hard.
Yeah. I'm just gonna go for the scimitar. Scimitaring the bandit.
Sure, give it a roll.
For God's sake, at least get it. That is a 18.
Yep, you're gonna hit him.
Would
Show us some damage.
and I hit him for 5 slashing.
Okay, how are you attacking this guy? Because he dead.
Okay.
He dead. What are you doing to him?
I just like I get in like real close and just kind of like jam it up like
Ooh.
there. Just
Ooh.
like the kind of between the jaw and the. I like gore. I'm into that shit. So it kind of just sticks out a little bit. The tip of it sticks out of his mouth. It's like,
Oh, this druid's messed up.
It's like, yes, don't. You will tell no one that I was here. Something like that. Something cool like that.
Something cool like that.
Yeah.
Roll a charisma check for how cool it was.
Oh, okay. What is my charisma modified? 17.
It was cooler than it sounded coming out of your head.
Yeah.
That's
Which
a great
is a
way to
very
word it.
rare thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's actually quite
Must
cool.
be
Well
magic.
done. Yeah, well done.
Yeah.
Yeah, dark magic.
Dark
magic.
charisma.
Now you can move, or you can bonus action, or you could do both. But
And if I move,
the ogre will get the ogre can take a free hit on you a free attack on you. Doesn't mean he will necessarily hit, but he might. And I mean, it's a big ogre. If he hits, he's going to hit hard probably.
Can I move? I can move faster than that though, right?
I mean, what's your move speed?
30.
It's faster than you are. I shouldn't be telling you this, but it's faster than you are.
Oh, are you fucking kidding?
It's big. It takes big steps.
Yeah, but it's also supposed to, have like a serious exercise problem.
It's not dexterous, but it moves faster than you do. And I should not be telling you this, but I'm giving you it because I've already fucked up.
I'm not gonna. Yeah, I'm not gonna move. I'm not gonna give it a chance to attack me twice.
Sure. Now
I'm gonna
that's
stand my ground and be cool.
that's fair. Stand your ground and be cool.
Yeah, whatever, Shrek.
Mordar, you're up.
Well, I am going to make
This
my
is
way
on.
towards the ogre now.
Easy.
Hey May,
Easy
May,
enough.
did you hear my cool one-liner?
I missed it because it cut out.
Okay, there was like this
The moment's
guy,
gone.
and he had laughed and stuff, and then he stopped laughing, and then I stabbed him like right here, so it went out his mouth, and I said something like, "You'll never tell anyone about this," or something like that. But it's kind of really cool because I dice
Very
roll,
cool.
so it'd be cool.
Right.
All right. Okay. What are we doing,
Um,
Mordar? You're wandering up to the ogre, are you?
Yep. Banging the shield. Okay. Yep.
sure.
So
Fucking the shield.
I get to him, and I'm going to swing my Morning Star at his knee.
Okay then. Roll it for me, sir.
So 12 plus 3, 5 plus another 2. My
Jeez.
brain stopped.
You've hit him.
17.
You've hit him. Show me some damage. And
Good
show me
job.
big numbers, please.
Okay, that's my D8. Yep.
Let's kill him in one shot.
5 plus 3.
That sounds
Uh,
like a man who's just impatient with his wife because she hasn't happened yet.
Wait, what?
What?
Huh?
Roll big and finish it off already.
Jeez. All right. Oh dear.
Well then. You did hit him
man.
hard, but I
Mighty
mean, he's
Wars
still
have to take it there.
good.
Violent lights. I bring you down to your knees and I strike it with 8 damage.
Don't say bring him down to your knees.
Bring it down to your knees.
He's still going to be
Good
taller than
God.
you if he's on his knee. Okay, it's the ogre's turn. And the ogre
Yeah.
just turns to you.
The ogre goes prone.
He's
and
just
then-
like, playtime! And swings at you with his great club.
You say you, me, right?
I do mean you, yes, Mordar.
What did I
Playtime.
ever do to him? I
When,
won.
when you say great club, do you mean it's a big club or he just thinks it's really cool?
Bit of both.
This is my very nice
Bit
club.
of both. Looking at the club, it's about the size you are.
It's a putter.
Ooh,
It's
it's a
big.
putter.
It's big. So can I get an AC?
18.
9 iron.
18? Well, he's taking a swing and a miss. You just like duck a
Ooh.
little bit as
Oh, I duck a little
That's
bit
what
my shield
us
up
golfers
as
call a
the,
duck.
It's a very
as the
good
club
move.
comes and flies off the shield.
yeah. I was imagining like the Ninja Turtle thing where like they swing at his head and his like head pops into the shell.
The helmet would still be there. The helmet would still be there.
Yeah.
My head might go in, but it's like, poof.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. No, nice. You have dodged it. The ogre is not going to leave. I mean, hasn't had a fight like this in a while.
So we murdered both the humanoids.
Both humans are dead.
with
yes.
any intelligence to tell us what the fuck's going.
Yes.
No.
Cool.
No, so now we have to go to the ogre and implore him for the big political backstory underpinning this whole adventure.
Who
Yeah.
murdered the people?
Who murdered the people?
Hmm.
Well, one was Father and one was Mordar.
Excuse me, the people fighting in melee are the ones that man.
Yeah.
You should have
Yeah,
knocked them out.
The original
But-
podcast boys.
Anyway, May, it's your turn. Wait, sorry, did
Um,
Husk get a turn?
No.
Sorry, I missed
Nah.
your turn. You're up, Husk.
Also, and also, it's not my fault. I did tell them to give up. I told them to give up, or they would die.
True. He tried. As he cut that guy in half, he was really trying.
Yeah. And no, we are actually in the correct order. I just looked at the wrong thing. It is your turn, Husk.
Woohoo! Well, you know what? Yeah, I'm gonna try it again. No, really, you should run away.
Okay, spell DC, please.
14.
I
You
love
got him
it.
this time. So roll your full damage, and then he's forced to run. At which point, Father and Mordar may both take an attack of opportunity on him.
Baller.
That's 10 damage.
10 damage applied directly to the brain of this ogre. Okay, I'm going to go off initiative order for your guys' attack of opportunities, which means Father may attack of opportunity first.
So
It's just a regular melee attack you may make on him
Okay. So it
on
doesn't
his
matter that
turn
you run
because he's
past
forced to
him.
run away.
Yeah.
Please,
Okay.
mother, go ahead.
Okay. Scimitar. 6.
6 to hit.
Wow.
Yeah, you don't
Wow.
get through his hide. Mordar. Oh, actually, remember you still have bless.
What?
Bless. You have bless. No one's actually hit me, so my concentration has stayed up this entire time for bless.
Sure.
Okay,
I don't
so-
An
know
additional
what that means.
1d4 to your
At
attack.
the start, at the start of the combat, he casts a spell on you 3 called Bless. It allows you to add a d4 if you want to an attack roll or a saving throw, and it just stays
Well,
on you
that's
for
not
a minute.
gonna. That's not gonna cut it.
It
It might.
won't. It won't. To be honest, it won't. But remember that you have these bonuses because it would
Okay. Well,
actually.
I'm not gonna bother.
Because
at
if
this
you
point.
rolled a 4 on this one, you'd actually be very close. Just pointing out that you should remember that
gonna-
you have these
not gonna-
bonuses.
I'm not gonna go for
Mordar.
it.
Ah!
What?
I rolled an 18. Do I even need to bother to?
Nah, you're good. Don't.
Shrek has layers.
He's
This
running out of them
political
fast.
freak has layers.
He's running out of those layers.
So I rolled an 8. So 8.
Oops.
Oh.
3.
11. 11 damage. That's a solid strike. He's starting to slow down. Like he's all of these wounds are starting to take its toll on him.
Ogres
Where you
have eyes.
going? Where you go.
That
Come
said,
back here.
that said,
Come on, give us your monologue.
that said, he runs. His speed is 40 feet, but there's difficult terrain because someone entangled the ground. So he only gets 20 feet away.
that gets
still around, is it
destroyed,
not?
like when he broke out of it, like it's just donezo.
The area is
Yeah.
still difficult terrain until the spell has ended.
Yeah, and I think the spell ends when they break out of it.
No, it's got up to a minute concentration, though that said, I should make you take a concentration check on it because you did get hit.
Oops.
Roll a constitution save for me.
Oh, okay.
I'm making you do your concentration check now to see if it's still up when you took damage.
Okay. 17.
Yeah, the spell's still up.
Okay.
So
it
he
frees
gets...
itself, but it's just like...
He's free of the vines, but they're still on the ground, making it hard to traverse.
Wow.
It's just they're not holding him anymore. It's
Okay.
still, like, difficult to walk.
Height?
So he gets 20 feet away from you instead of the 40, which is good, because you wouldn't keep up with him if he kept running. He's also burnt his reaction. So,
Okay.
that's a thing. Okay, now that Hask you can move and stuff if you want. It's still your turn.
I'm all good.
Just
Righto.
relaxing up here.
I'm
May.
just going to keep pissing at him from, at a distance.
I mean, it's working, right? May, you're up.
Yeah. Not all of us have that luxury.
I'm going to yell out.
I mean, I guess I do have that luxury. I haven't been taking advantage of it.
I'm going to yell to him, there's no vaccine for stupidity, right? As I cast Vicious Mockery again.
God's sake.
All
Are you
right.
suggesting that he's an anti-vaxxer?
I mean,
No, I'm just saying he's
I don't know.
I mean,
You have
sure.
bad taste in lattes.
What's your
13.
13 is fine.
He passes it.
Yeah, he passes it by a long
Did he
shot.
get a disadvantage?
Nope. Why would
He
he?
should have had a disadvantage from my last one.
Oh, the vicious mockery that hit the
Wouldn't it be
bandit,
nice?
who was already dead.
No, I hit didn't I hit the ogre?
Did you hit the ogre? I thought it was the bandit you'd hit for 4 damage, right?
Oh well. Yeah, that's alright.
Yeah.
No problem.
Yeah, wrong target.
I'm done.
Okay. So in that case, it is our father's turn. Do you want to chase it?
Okay.
You can
Well, I'm
reach
not
him.
going to be able to catch up to it, will I?
Let me see. Yeah, you probably wouldn't catch him. If you have a ranged weapon, you
Cool.
could use that.
I'm gonna do one of the very few piss from a distance kind of moves that I have, which
Sure.
is a cantrip,
Sure.
which is produce flame, so I can deal 1d8 damage, fire damage.
Oh, you're like
But
throwing a
I'll
fireball at him,
also-
are you?
Yeah, I'll also. I'll get a bit closer to it. Like, okay, how far is it away? Is it? How far can I go?
He's gotten 20 feet from you, but difficult terrain means your speed is halved through that bramble stuff that you created.
Okay.
So your
I can
speed
really
is,
get
so you
then.
get 15 feet.
I mean, I feel like that's.
So you're basically, you'll be one step
go-
out of range if you go as far as you can.
I'll go. Let's go 10 feet.
Okay, so you've gone 10
and
feet.
and then throw a flame. Thingy.
All right.
Or produce flame.
Okay, so
Um,
your hands are now on fire, and not burning you, but they're on fire. And
Well, yeah,
Then
because that would be a very lame thing if
Yeah.
it's just like immolate yourself.
that'd be pretty funny, to be honest. But throw
Would it really?
throw
Oh,
the fire.
sick! I got a whole damage.
I mean,
Oh,
you
wait,
got
actually, I
you got to
have
hit
to
him first.
Oh no! I guess I'll have to re-roll the thing. 18.
18 there, that'll hit him.
Okay.
Roll the damage. But
3.
Next time, 3. Okay,
3.
it's gonna say,
Slightly better.
but next time you don't get that damage re-roll, you keep it.
Oh.
Okay, you've moved, you've done your action. That'd be it, I guess. Unless you have a bonus.
I mean, can I stealth? Can I stealth through my bramble patch thingy?
Hide is an action, so no. Rogues can get that as a. Rogues can get but that's hiding is to use stealth, and rogues get that as a bonus action as part of their class things.
Boo.
So I'm not giving you another class's ability. I'm sorry.
That would be nice.
I mean, you can multi-class in a rogue if you want, but not until you do.
Considering it, but yeah.
Until
we'll
you
see.
do, you're not getting that. Okay, so that was your turn. Next up is Mortar. Mortar.
Go, baby, go.
Oh, I suppose I'll slowly keep
Clonk.
chasing the ogre.
Clonk,
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 clonk.
clonk.
Get back here! I thought we were fighting.
Are you gonna go at like your full speed, I guess? Your regular, like, walk up to him?
Yeah, regular walk up to him.
Wait, so is your mindset one of like we should fight, we should talk it out, or no, we're gonna fight now?
It's a big monster. I'm pretty sure it's not a good creature.
Maybe it's just misunderstood.
Could be.
I don't know. Okay, what's your move speed? 30?
Well, I believe I'm in heavy armor, so
So like
I believe it's
20?
20.
Alright, you're next to Father now.
Hello.
That's as far as you can walk this turn. Because of the thing. Okay.
We do our secret handshake,
I mean, you can if you want.
unless it's a free action.
Did you actually figure out a secret handshake?
Well, yeah, it was what he did, which was
There. Okay, cool.
that, which is a bit generic, but otherwise, yeah,
Yep.
not very
Okay.
secret.
The ogre is slightly intimidated by your teamwork. Alright,
Good
then.
for the bell.
Anything else you want to do?
La 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 la.
Anything else you can do? Do you have
not
a ranged weapon?
Yeah, but that'll take
Can we make
time
friendship bracelets?
to drop like then I'd have to either drop my weapons or sheath them and then take the weapon out, and that would then by that time then it'll be too late.
Yep, fair enough. Fair enough. In that
Besides,
case,
I've got like 3 others that can do range stuff, so I don't
sure.
need it.
Okay, that ends your turn. But the reason I ask is because now the ogre's turn, and he just lumbers back towards you and takes a swing.
Yeah, that's why I
He's
assumed
not
it was
scared
gonna
of
happen.
yours. Yeah, I mean,
I
AC
will-
please.
18.
18. Yeah, still too good for him. Jeez. Imagine if he got to these squishies, I think we'd be seeing some jam. But yeah, no, you're fine. He just takes this sluggish swing at you and just not even close. He was closer to hitting. He was closer to accidentally hitting Father than he was to hitting you.
So I actually done. I think you should just give up now.
Wow, Husk.
Can I do the ranged spell attacks into combat?
You can, but they have cover, which increases their AC by a bit, I believe.
Okay.
Just double checking that now.
Because I'm going to be doing that regardless.
Yeah, so a target with half cover has a +2 bonus to AC, 3/4 is 5 bonus, and total cover can't be targeted. It doesn't have total cover because it's much bigger than your allies. I would say half cover at worst, but you could always take a few steps to the side and get a cleaner line of sight if you wanted as well.
I'll do that.
Yep.
I'll
Done.
move around and try to get a clear shot at it and not shoot the paladin in the back.
Easy enough. You've taken, say, 3 steps to the right, and you've got a clearer line of sight on it.
It would be funny if you hit me, because you'll be the first person to actually do damage to me this fight.
You can't actually hit allies with the rules as written.
Oh,
So
That's
Oh.
rude.
unless it's intentional, or like you're charmed to do it, or something like that, so you can't like
Okay.
accidentally hit them.
so friendly
Hit
fire is
'em
off.
off,
Got ya.
Friendly fire's off, but it makes it harder to hit the enemies from range.
Yeah.
Well, Eldritch Blasty stuff then.
Sure.
Come back, nice. Go on the table.
Roll
Oh,
it.
16 plus 6.
Yeah, I mean, it's a big target.
I was gonna say you do have bless as well, but
He doesn't need it.
yeah, he doesn't need it.
1 damage.
Okay. Well, you hit it.
Ah!
Pretty much. It's like you just tase him from distance,
Static
sort of.
electricity.
Sorry, what kind of damage you said again?
Force.
Cool. Just trying to get in the habit of that. I know I've been forgetting a lot, so
He feels a breath of wind go past his face. Whew,
It's-
what was that?
It describes it as a crackling beam of energy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so in,
Zap.
what colour's the
He thinks
beam?
He gets bitten by a mosquito.
What colour is the beam, Husk?
Snake coloured.
Snake coloured.
Good work.
I mean, sure. It just looks like a snake has gone past him.
I'm going with green. Let's
Yeah.
go
That
with
is branding.
Sure. Works for me. Okay then. Husk has had his attempt, and it is May's turn.
How far away am I from Ogre?
Probably 50, 60-ish feet now at this point.
Okay.
Like it did run away a bit.
And
maybe you can talk it down.
What is he looking like now? Like, is
It's
he-
looking pretty rough.
He's looking
It's like an
pretty rough?
ogre.
And like an ogre.
And
Yeah.
my own knowledge knows that ogres are not very smart. They don't have much intelligence.
Roll an intelligence check of your
That's
own,
harsh.
please.
Yeah, let's see how smart you are.
What do we got?
I rolled a 3 and I get -1.
Good work.
Okay, so
You ain't
Oh, man,
smart.
I-
I ain't smart. Good work.
don't rightly know. Maybe.
Well, as my bonus action, I'm going to yell out at him and try and persuade him to do something, to tell us just to stop. Ogre,
Oh?
we don't need to fight anymore. Tell us what's going on, and you'll be
Give
free
us the
back.
backstory
Me
before we kill you.
I'm sorry.
Me
Ogre the tool
smash.
man.
Smash.
Me smash. I will
Yeah.
point out, if you
Oh,
do want to
smash.
take an enemy alive, state so before you make the killing blow, and we'll make sure it's an unconscious rather than a killing blow.
Pretty sure Faber was trying to do that.
Yes. But just
Yeah,
point it out.
sure.
Just point it out. If you
Didn't
don't,
he drive a dagger through those freaking
yeah,
chin?
he did.
Yeah.
I'm just going to point that out though. If you don't actually say something, I'm going to assume it's a kill blow.
Yeah.
So
okay.
just for the sake of brevity.
So my persuasion fails. Okay. So
I mean,
Okay.
yes. I mean, you've got other things you can do.
there's other things I can do?
I mean, you said you were using a bonus action for that.
Yeah.
You still
Oh,
have
I know.
move and regular.
I know.
I mean, if nothing else, you could always just vicious mockery again. It's still in range.
That's what I was thinking.
I mean, it's something.
Let's go with all right then, Ogre. You know what?
Oh?
Seriously? You were the sperm that won?
Oh,
Huh?
okay. He
No,
doesn't
no,
even understand. It doesn't work.
no. Yeah. I rolled a 3.
What are you rolling on? Oh, it's just vicious mockery?
Yeah, this
He
Yeah,
has to make a
oh.
save first.
Obv.
Which is cocked. I need to re-roll that. Most definitely does
13.
not make. It was close, but it didn't make it. So he's just like, he doesn't quite understand it, but vaguely gets the idea that it was
I'm
insulting.
Mean.
And, little
3
trickle of
psychic damage.
a little trickle of blood comes out of his ear as he tries to parse the insult.
Okay. Like the gears are turning.
Like the gears are turning,
And
and,
it
they're
hurts.
not designed to go this fast. Okay. Fava, you are up.
Okay, how close?
I mean, if you take one step, you can go smack him.
Cool. I'm gonna go one step, go smack him with
Okay.
my
With your
scimitar.
s-
I
with
don't
your
know why I
sword or your
haven't
stick.
bothered to get a staff because I'm just gonna use the scimitar all the
That's
time.
right, you got the staff for free, I think, so.
All day, day.
There will be times where you want bludgeoning damage instead,
Yeah, we'll see.
I'm sure.
Okay.
Now?
That is a 13.
That'll hit him.
Oh, it will. Okay.
Yeah. It's a
shit,
big
well,
target.
Yeah, but also he's supposed to be all muscly and
His
stuff.
his muscly and stuff comes from how much health he has rather than how much armor he has.
And I do 8 damage.
8 damage. Oh, that's solid. He is on his last legs now. Like, you could blow on him and he will fall over.
I blow on him.
He doesn't fall over.
Ah, lies. Deception.
Well, I mean, you did an insight check me. Okay, so that was Fava. Who is next? Let me to check. It's a Mordar.
Die, you bastard.
I take it you're gonna walk up and hit him.
I didn't realize he took a step away from me.
Kill him.
He ran away and you weren't quite up to him because you're not fast enough. In the,
Kill him.
When did he run away? I thought
He
came
ran
back.
away a little bit when Husk hit him.
All right,
That's
cool.
why you didn't get to hit him last time. You ran as far as you could, and it was 10 feet because of the difficult terrain that Fava had left around.
Okay. Well, I guess, yes. Take a step up to him.
You can hit him now.
And I'm going
on.
to I'm going to attempt to smack him in the knee again.
Okay.
Oh,
Show me that there rolls.
Timber! That's on an edge. Sorry.
Okay, cocked. Fair enough.
That's impressive.
Crit.
Really? No,
20.
really?
Crit,
Okay, so
crit
hey,
hits.
Paladin, I'm gonna be real with you. He has one
One
health
health.
left.
Now, should I take him alive with a critical hit?
I mean, you
Kill
can,
him.
but you had to make that decision before. Make that
okay.
decision
I'm just
now.
gonna
Real.
say kill
You
him
get
if
five.
nothing else.
Yeah,
could-
yeah.
You get
money
5
goes
seconds,
to
alive or
Paladin.
dead.
Yeah, I already called him pretty much a monster and all that stuff. Let's kill him. I'm pretty sure there'll be more
Yeah.
guys inside.
All right. How are
Oh,
you?
is
How
this
are
only
you
part
killing this
one?
guy?
Well, I said I was taking it out his knee, so I'm gonna. So it's gonna be smashed to the knee as he falls
Fuck.
down. So his head is low enough for me to smash his head in with the Morning Star.
And that is exactly what
close.
you do. So as he falls down, you cave his skull, and yeah, there's a bit of brain matter stuck to your face now. Pretty slimy. Pretty slimy. Thank you for the follow, Iljakola. You're all being drowned out by a follow notification. Now I can hear you again. You have killed the ogre, and the bandits are dead too.
Ugh.
We murdered a bunch of guys.
How the fuck did you kill them all?
I told them to give up. They would not.
How are we gonna find out why they're putting rocks here?
We'll explore the
I
cave.
just like
mine.
dip my scimitar into the river and just like clean off the blood.
Yeah, you can clean your
yeah.
scimitar. That's fine. Not a big deal. Weapon maintenance
nice,
is important.
Nice power.
How will we know now?
Let's explore the mine. Perhaps there's evidence inside.
Okay.
I shoot the other boulder.
Haven't you already done that?
There was a third because the ogre threw another one in.
Yeah,
thought we
there was a
already did all
third.
this
There was a
shit.
therd one because
I
the
rolled
ogre threw it and it
13.
landed in.
So
Can I
19
just
to
like
hit,
peace out?
That'll hit
of
it.
this
and I got
situation?
10 damage.
10 damage. It's pretty damaged now. Another one like
Can I
that will
do a-
definitely deal
Can I
with
do
it.
a peace out check?
For what?
Because I have no desire to continue. You know.
Oh, you want to go
like-
home?
Yeah, I'm just.
You
like,
don't have
I
to make a roll for that. If you want to just
I
leave
wanna-
and
I
go
wanna just
home,
convince people to be just like, why the fuck do we need to continue? With
then
this?
you role play that shit, my friend.
Okay.
It's a role playing game.
Why the fuck do we want to like bother with all this other shit? We like fixed the town and stuff already.
Well,
Five, I'm just going to
I-
assume you blast the rocks by this point while this is happening. So
Yeah.
don't bother rolling. It's done.
Oh, okay.
Ask.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, Haas.
I knew what he meant.
well, we do not know that if this was the whole crew. Honestly, I don't think those two little bandits and the ogre seem like the leader type. So I don't believe we've seen the last of these fellas.
Okay. Well, I mean, like, what is there like some kind of like forest mafia or some shit? Like,
Well, say this group perhaps will be more than two guys and an ogre. I have a feeling there'll be a lot more of them. I think we should explore the mine. I believe we'll probably find more down there.
okay. Well, that's your vote. I'm thinking like, why do we need to like keep helping like all these people? Like, what's in it for us?
What? This is so.
The water.
Yeah, we got the water fixed. Like,
And they will just block
For
it up.
now.
They'll just block it up again.
perhaps. I'd like to take a more stealthy approach. I'd like to just kind of wait around and see if they come back.
So you kind of want to play surveillance? Is that what you're saying to me?
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
something like that.
Just so I understand. You guys continue. But
Okay.
what do you guys
I
think?
just don't think that we need to like go in there and just like get ourselves killed over, whatever all this shit is. We've done what we needed to do. Yeah.
If you're scared, that's fine.
I'm not scared.
We
I
just took down an ogre.
Are you
And
really
now-
just trying to bait me by just,
Yeah, I'm honestly saying if this is too much for you, you can go. But I'm trying. I want. I haven't not been in town very long. but from what I have witnessed, this is a valuable trade route to the people of Dryftwood. And without this river flowing freely, there will be no trade. There will be no fish. There will be no livestock. We need to figure out why those motherfuckers decided to plug up this river and cause issues to the town.
I just think there's a better way we can go about doing this.
Oh, come on. You know the people of Dryftwood. There's no army in Dryftwood.
I never said that there was an army in Dryftwood. I just think that we can be a bit more covert about this.
Okay, so your suggestion...
Does anyone agree with me?
Are you saying that you want to sneak in to find out what's just around the corner there?
I mean, yeah, we can take it a bit more stealthily. Or we could just, we could just run in and be like, hey, what's going on? Want to tell us about your, evil operations or whatever the fuck you're doing?
I think we should probably stop saying hello.
Yes.
They did try to kill us.
We should stop saying hello and start saying goodbye.
Well, come on, let's go say goodbye.
Okay.
And let's get them out of our town.
Okay.
Oh, if you want to, you could sneak into the cave, scout out a little bit.
Oh, you're very hard to hear.
Yeah.
Ah! Hi!
Thank you.
Hey! See, here's the problem. You keep yelling out hi. We're going to have to work on that a little.
We didn't know there were hostiles at that point. Anyway, back to what I was saying. If you want to scout ahead, that's fine. Go into the cave, scout ahead, find what you can find. We'll wait outside. Because obviously, stealthing isn't exactly my thing.
And yeah, he's tapped his heavy armor. I'm going to point out one thing, just as out of character. Looking at the time, how late do you guys want to go tonight?
Yeah.
That much
later.
Because I'm pretty easy, but
not much later.
I think the Paladin is the biggest question mark.
Yeah, I should probably get to bed soon because I really need to get up for work at 6 a.m.
Yeah, fair enough. Okay. What time is it in Australia? It is 9:49 p.m. right now, Herbsker Duncan, on Sunday night. So yes. In that case, we'll kind of wrap up this section here, and then we'll call it for the evening, I think.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Onwards.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I just wanted to point out, like, if you want to continue RPing this section, so you figure what you're going to do, so we can get straight into that next session, then we should do that, and then we can wrap up for the evening, I think.
I would briefly mention, I won't be much use outside of the Eldritch blasts that I've been doing. I need time to restore my powers.
I think here's what we need to do. We need. So we've already taken out all the people that we know that are associated with this operation. So what we've got to do is we've got to get someone else to interrogate. Okay. So how about this? We lay a trap. I will get one of my hunting traps out. We get an employee or whatever and lure them over, capture them, and then interrogate them. So we can have as much information as possible going into this. Okay.
Ask, are you a master of the illusion?
Not so much. If we did find somebody who was alive and we hadn't killed already, I could maybe make them friendlier towards us.
Okay.
How will we lure people into your trap?
I mean,
we could just set up camp.
Well, all we need is someone who can shout nice and loudly and attract a lot of people's attention.
You're still really quiet, Mordar. Really quiet.
Um,
Just microphone wise.
Yeah, I don't know why it's doing that now. Suddenly, I was fine the rest of the time. Anyway.
Yeah, it's weird.
Well, we could set camp, not like close by. Keep an eye on this place. You can set up your trap if you want. Because if there are more men down there, they're most likely eventually going to come up to investigate, and perhaps even try to block it again.
Just so you know, while we're talking,
Yeah.
I'm pilfering and checking the belongings
Sure.
of the deceased.
Okay, in that case, the stuff you find, and it's up to you guys how you want to divide this and keep track of it, but it's on you guys to keep track of your loots.
Mm-hmm.
So you find a great club, which is a little big for any of you to really wield. I mean, great club as in big. There are 2 javelins. That's what the ogre had.
Mm-hmm.
And then our bandit boys each had a scimitar and a light crossbow with, say, 10 bolts each. So you got 2 light crossbows, 2 scimitars, 20 bolts, and then the javelins and club.
I'm taking javelins.
Okay.
Up to you guys how to divvy that. You can feel free to do that between sessions and stuff too if you want, since we're about to wrap up.
Javelin.
Okay, so...
No ID, no identifying markings on their clothing.
Not really.
Do I know that
no
they're 100%
confessions.
human? Are they
The bandits are both human. Both human males, probably about 30 to 40. As I said from before, they look haggard. They're both wearing leather armor. If you wanted to pilfer that as well.
Can I just make them naked?
Confessions?
It's funny.
I mean, they have clothing under the armor, so it doesn't like chafe and shit. So but you can make them naked too if you wanted. You could just take their peasant ragged clothes.
Yeah, you just want to make them naked.
Yeah, and I lay them on top of each other.
Nice.
And giggle.
Of course you do. Yeah. All right. Sure.
Nice.
All right. Cool. You weren't able to lay the ogre on anyone. He's too big.
Well, then you just lay the other guys on top of the ogre.
I'm just pointing that out. So that's a thing. You've got
just
that.
Squish them underneath there.
You've got that gear.
Well, yes. We should set up camp. I am feeling rather weak. I need to rest. And it's quite interesting. Whenever I seem to rest, I seem to attract people automatically. So maybe we should lay our traps while we rest.
Sure. So I put down a hunting trap or 2.
All right. So you're setting up a couple of hunter traps and resting. Whereabouts are you camping?
I'm checking the area to find a good place to camp where it is best to defend from.
Survival check, please.
I mean, I feel like I should be doing that, but whatever.
15.
How much, sorry?
15.
15. Okay, you find a solid...
You can do one as well.
Yeah, I mean...
Gotta find a way more baller. Well, no, I won't. 7.
Okay. So,
That's a great place. That's underwater.
So, yeah. So, May, you notice that the best spot... The best spot in terms of not being ambushed from people potentially coming out of the mine, you realize would be on the other side of the river, since they'd have to cross a river to reach you.
Yeah.
I don't need like an 8 roll for that.
But yeah, but I mean, there's also like a decent spot across there, like a bit further across. You can kind of, there are some trees and stuff. You can get some shield from the elements. You'll probably still be visible by people coming up from the mine, but I mean, if you're trying to set a trap for them to actually come find you, that might be a good thing.
Yeah, let's go there. I make my suggestion.
Okay, one issue: you're on the wrong side of the river for it now, and that river is flowing.
Oops. You done goofed, son.
Morda,
Yes.
can you punch trees?
Well, that's not going to be very stealthy at all.
I can punch trees, but I don't see what advantage it would grant us.
Can you make a tree bridge?
That would take a very long time to build. And
We're not playing Minecraft here, guys.
And I do not have the tools to build a bridge.
Yes, favor.
The Explorer Pack has a rope, right?
Yes,
I
it
believe
does.
so, yes.
Could I take the javelin, tie the rope to it, and throw it across the thing?
Yeah, make an attack
like-
roll to make it stick in
Okay.
something.
Okay. I have no idea what my attack bonus and shit is because like I only.
That's
picked
fine.
up
Just
the
give me the roll and add your. Are you proficient with javelins?
I am.
Excellent.
So
All right.
dexterity plus proficiency.
Dexterity plus proficiency plus your die roll. Yes.
Well, that's a 21.
Excellent. You stick that like nothing else. It's stuck in a tree on the other side. Now, what are you going to tie it to?
Another tree.
Mortar.
Man, like,
Done. You tie it to mortar.
okay. Sure.
You tie it to a tree. You've now made like a little kind of tightrope thing across the thing. I
Yeah.
would like a survival check for your knot on the when you're tying it to the tree.
Okay. Ooh, that's an 8.
Okay. You think it's secure.
No. Come on. Why am I getting such crap rolls?
Hey,
Like,
it's not my
plus
fault.
5.
Are you
That's
gonna
not my
go
fault.
across it now, Favor?
Yes.
Okay.
Is that
Go on.
acrobatics?
Go on. Show
Okay,
us.
I would
how
probably say
fast
it's-
is the river going?
It's
acrobatics
not
or
super
athletics?
fast.
Honestly, it's the same
It's
to
probably
me.
closer to athletics, really. It's you're doing a strength thing. It's not like you're trying to tightrope walk. You are you climbing on it or are you tightrope walking it?
I can do whatever the fuck I want. 'Cause
Which
I
are
just
you doing?
critted. I just critted, brother.
Yes,
I'm,
but a skill
I'm-
check
I'm
isn't
doing
critical.
both at the same time.
Except the skill check isn't critical. So what's the total, please?
It is 22.
Excellent. I just rolled a 1, so you're across fine. It felt a little bit wobbly as you were pulling yourself across, but you think it'll be fine. You are a little
Yeah.
concerned about whether it'll hold Mordar properly.
Oh well.
So are we,
He had a
are we-
good run.
So we are doing this then.
Apparently.
I mean, if you want to, you can find another
Oh,
way
no,
across if you want.
This is me. Like you're cross, so I'm talking to the other two.
It's like, I mean, yeah, what of?
Yeah.
Um,
so-
I'm gonna go next, but I would like to make a I want to check the knot before I go across because
Oh,
I
Perception check,
everyone's
please.
just going to improve on the
because
knot.
I noticed that Father was wobbly.
Notice. Well, no. Roll a perception check
No,
to
I
see if
wasn't.
you
I
notice.
got a 20 freaking 2.
Give me a perception check to see if you saw the wobble first.
I was
There's
rock
wobble on the
solid.
rope. You were
No,
solid.
the
The rope
wobbles
wasn't.
underneath
You
me.
didn't see that. Thank you very
I
much.
didn't see it.
You didn't
No.
see that the rope was wobbling a little bit.
No, I was still
Yeah.
gonna check it anyway.
The
You're still
earth
gonna check it
wobbling
anyway.
underneath
What
me,
reason?
that's
Okay,
how good I
what
roll.
reason do you have to disbelieve his skills here?
The tree wobbled.
She didn't see it.
Just before I go across, I'll just check that it's all. You
Oh,
know,
you're gonna
'cause you
pull?
get up to something.
Yeah,
and
yeah, whatever.
You get on and you check that it's tight and ready to go.
Give me a intelligence check then.
Intelligence
Oh, for
check.
God's
I-
sake, come on.
I mean, you're using your
Uh,
brain here.
2.
You think it's fine?
All right, across I go.
Okay, how are you trying
I
this? Are you
think
trying to
it
tightrope or
will-
are you trying to do the more sensible thing of climbing under it?
I'm athleticing. I'm climbing
Roll it.
across. Oh my lord.
Oh dear, she's dead.
8, 9, 10, 11.
You make it across, but the rope does untangle and fall at the last moment. You do pull yourself out,
Oh,
but you've
shit.
got the rope on your side of the. You and Father are across. The rope is on your side though.
Can
I
I
wa-
ask? Could
I
you?
wave.
Could
Now
someone,
I
like,
am absolutely desperate to use the bathroom. So discuss your next move. I will be back in 2 minutes.
Right. Well, I guess now I get my javelin back.
Can we just swim across?
What do you mean us? Like we didn't.
No. Like, can't they just swim across? Like, did we need to do all of that? It
Well,
obviously
okay.
wasn't pressurized enough.
Good luck,
to push the
Husk.
rock.
I hope you have fun swimming.
Yeah,
Husk, you can swim, can't you? Snakes swim.
yeah.
How are you
Yeah.
gonna climb across anyway with your Spider-Man powers?
I have no idea.
But it did look cool, which is important.
I'm going back to the bridge that we passed yesterday.
Oh, okay. Well, that's not going to work out for you because, yeah. No. You're going to have to find some boulders.
Where's the ogre? Ogre, put the boulders back in the water.
Yeah, I can climb across the boulders. Oh my god. Okay. But it was pretty baller.
So now we're on separate sides of the river. I reckon just
Yeah,
okay,
now I'm
let's-
stuck with you.
Let's just swim back across.
I was just going to swim
Ah,
over to your
Good.
side.
I guess,
Yeah.
like,
Mordar, can you swim?
It's just you, me, and this javelin.
Sorry for that. I was didn't want to wet myself on stream.
DM.
What's up?
I mean, like,
It's alright.
it's
Obviously,
below.
isn't a
Where's
fast
the
river.
commitment?
I hear 3 of you talking over each other. What?
All right. How fast is the river actually moving? Is it
Not super fast. It'll be a problem for you in your heavy armor.
Oh no! I plan to take off my armor.
How do you plan to get the armor
Oh,
across?
okay.
I'm going to strap it to my back.
Sure.
With
You'll still be
what?
weighed down by heavy armor then.
Yes, but I can still. I have more maneuverability with my arms and legs.
Yeah, you have a bit more movability. You'll get like those stats back a little bit. But
There's a bridge to cross that's like super far.
I could even maybe
The bridge is too
share-
far.
and
Yeah.
not over the right river either.
Yeah.
It's over a different river.
And Husk is still here, so if he agrees with me, he could carry a bit of my armor as well.
I think he needs all the help he can get.
I don't know that I will be much help.
Oh, you do great. I believe in you. And then he
Ah.
frowns. Sorry.
At the time with the rope, I wasn't too worried. Like, get the armor on top of my back. I just had to rely on my strength muscles to keep holding onto the rope. Now the rope is gone.
Great.
I mean, you do
Sure.
still have the rope. It's just on the wrong side of the river for you. More.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
so it's just my rope now.
No, Favor, can you just throw it back?
What? Throw the.
Could you not just throw the javelin back to this side?
Yeah.
Okay, fine.
Tie the rope to a tree.
Okay, let's start with the attack roll for the javelin.
Okay.
You
If
gotta-
I missed
I'm gonna
it,
make
if
you
I
do
missed, do I just like hit Husk or something?
If you miss, it's just either it won't be solid in the tree or you miss the tree entirely. possible.
That is a 12.
All right, you hit the tree. That's fine.
I kill the tree.
So yep, you've hit the tree.
Yeah, I
Do
did.
you want to tie
Yeah.
to the thing?
Oh yeah, do I have to do survival thing?
It'll
again?
be a survival thing to tie the knot on your end. Yes.
Do
Come on,
better.
do it properly this time.
Sure.
That is, that's a 23.
Okay. You think you've done a good job?
Yeah, I do just so fucking good.
Excellent. Okay. You've got another javelin rope.
It fuses with the tree.
You've got another javelin rope set up. Mordar
Alright.
and Husk.
Cool.
All right, well, I think I'll go next. Help me take my armor off, and
Husk's face.
Jesus.
I'm just gonna tie all my gear.
And also you're dragonborn, so you're probably not super keen on water, just generally.
Wait, I don't know if that's racist or not.
Fire and water.
Not necessarily. There are different brands of
Did you
dragonborn.
pack your water wings?
I am not fire, by the way.
Well, no, but you cast fire. And it, like,
I do not cast fire. Screaming across the river.
Okay,
I do
then.
not cast fire.
Oh, if you're screaming that across the river, I'm rolling it.
right.
Okay.
Do I take hearing damage?
No, you don't take hearing damage.
Thank
I
God.
don't know. I don't know.
Okay, help me get my armor off. We'll get it tied on me, and then I'm gonna cross.
Help me out. Help me out of this stuff, laddie.
I mean, if Husk helps you out of the armor, it'll be much quicker to get out of the armor. Otherwise, you can do it alone, but it'll be like a 10 or 15 minute ordeal.
Yeah,
Oh,
pretty much.
God. Not that
Ah.
it makes any difference because we're not going to wait for 10 minutes.
Undress me.
Oh, for God's sake. Stop trying to make this into that monster prom erotic novel thing.
Look, like most people, he has clothing underneath the armor, so it doesn't chafe with him or anything like that. But
Yeah,
know,
trust
that's
me, you
clothing.
need that stuff on. You need stuff
Yep.
underneath that armor.
He
Anyway.
lubricates.
All right, you're helping me, right? Helping me, Husk?
I suppose.
Come disrobe me, Husk.
Come
oh,
close.
jeez.
Let me show you my stay.
Can I cross the river first, though?
But I need you to help me.
No, I'll help you from
I'll-
the other side.
I'll help you out of the armor, but I feel like if the rope is going to break, it'll be with you, not me.
Well, at least he's honest.
But also, that I would definitely be stuck on this side.
Oh well.
You have a better chance of getting across without the rope than I do.
I think you overestimate my skills.
Yeah.
Okay, go.
God, this is very exciting.
Well done.
Go.
Come on.
As a paladin, I will allow you to go first ahead of me.
Paladin's
fair
honor.
maiden.
Okay.
Oh, good.
Oh, awesome.
Husk is relieved.
Uh,
Okay, what I want you to do, Mordar and Husk, before we cross the river, make a perception check.
Uh-oh. Please don't tell me to get found out as we're crossing the fucking
well, I believe perception
Mhm.
would be 0.
Well, good start.
Wait. You rolled something, got negative, that's something?
I rolled a
Wow.
1 and I have a -1.
Wait, you have
That-
-1 in wisdom?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought
Yeah.
you were wise. So you're not wise and you're weak as fuck. Okay, good.
I am not a wise snake person.
Okay.
Excellent. I love a 0 perception. Okay, that's fine. Mordar?
You
Yeah,
told
so I
me
just
about
go
having-
blind.
I'm just staring at this rope dangling precariously over a moving river.
That's fair. Mordar, what was yours?
This is a
I
big
just
line.
got a 5.
Excellent. Excellent.
Jesus.
All right.
Shit.
Neither of you see anything out of the ordinary, or hear anything out of the
I don't-
ordinary, or smell
you
anything
don't-
out of the ordinary,
You don't hear anything.
or feel anything out of the ordinary,
I'm gonna
or
Oh,
taste anything out of the ordinary.
Thank,
Oh
thank
my
God there's no
God, the fuck
weird
off my
or
arms.
tastes or anything. Last thing we need after that. Jesus.
Okay. Well, I guess if Hask is about to try and cross the thing first, are you going to try and tightrope it, or are you going to try and
Yeah, he's gonna try and
strength-
tightrope it.
strength it?
Yeah.
He's gonna
Nothing could
cartwheel
go wrong
it.
with tightrope walking this. No, I'm going to be like dangling in the water, like hand over hand.
With your tail
trying to swim at
curled
the same
around
time.
This
the.
is an excellent point, Hask. Remember that thing I gave you for being a snake? You actually have a swim speed.
Oh, okay.
You didn't tell me that.
I did that a while back.
Wow,
Like
okay.
ages
No,
ago.
you didn't.
God, we
Told
could
me
have
it
made that
gave
whole
me
scene
more
so much
movement
quicker.
speed.
And a 20-foot swim.
Jesus Christ.
It's okay, guys. I can swim.
God, stop, Mrs. Alante.
Is
I just
Stop it,
remembered I can
He
swim.
just forgets he can swim.
now a good time to also mention that I could have cast Detect Magic at will without expending any spell slots.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Wait, really?
Jesus.
What was that? Was that a racial or a class thing?
Can
One
I
of my
cross now?
invitation things.
Ah.
Anyway,
Can
Well
I
done.
cross now?
I'm,
Let the paladin go.
I'm still going to do the hand over hand
Yeah,
thing. I'm
that's fair.
not confident.
That's fair.
Snake person.
Roll it.
I hate you.
I rolled a 1.
Oh my
Jesus.
fucking god.
No sooner than your tail touches the water do you fall in.
And I'd point out that my strength
Yeah.
is -1.
Jesus.
Yeah, so he's rolled a 0 on his perception check and on his strength check.
And
Wait.
I just put
If-
my
Oh,
like
athletics.
hand over my chest and I get Maylira to get a lute out and I play something on the pan flute, just like
I feel like someone else in the group has just gone, wait a minute, you've got a snake buddy. Can't you swim?
Pretty much.
And I went, can I? No.
That's yeah, and then you just swim across, no worries.
You swim like a little sperm.
Aw. I was doing my heart will
Yeah,
go
I
on.
know you're doing the My Heart will go on, but it doesn't make sense for this. He just realized how easily he could swim across.
Oh, he's okay.
He's fine.
How deep is this river?
I mean, it wasn't huge. It's deep enough to accommodate decent boats, but not so deep that, like,
All of this, and it was
Trying to
only
think.
2 foot deep.
it wasn't. No, I mean,
Fantastic.
it was deep enough that you did have to climb out, but I didn't make you go through the rigmarole of rolling those. So I mean, maybe 10, 15 feet deep.
Okay.
I mean, you can go diving for shinies if you want, but it would have been a lot
No.
easier before you unblocked it.
No. I fell off the rope.
Yeah.
Got pulled downstream a little bit, and then
And it was just like,
I
oh,
mean,
it's
just-
fine.
tail
Wiggle
actually
your way
started
along.
doing stuff.
And then just swam like it was nothing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. Alright, you're out. Mordar.
Oh God, that
That's
pun.
the best pun.
Lame.
What have I meant to be able to snake out of this? God.
Cool.
Okay, Mordar.
I suppose it's my turn.
It is.
Mortar's in the water.
Well, I'm going to get a firm grip on the rope first before going into the water.
Sure.
Oh, okay.
Give it a little tug. Give me an intelligence check.
Intelligence check.
To see. I did the same thing to me.
Does he know how to use rope?
No, it's the same thing I did to me for like how solid you feel it is at holding you.
Sweet. So I rolled a 12. I got 11.
Okay. Yeah, it feels fine.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Am I the only one who doesn't have negative stats?
I rolled really poorly.
So I'm gonna go slowly and take my time on this.
Okay. Roll us some athleticism.
Come on.
Oh, sweet. I rolled a 10. What bonuses am I allowed to have from taking off my armor and then carrying it on my back and using rope and blah, 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 blah?
I mean, what penalty does the heavy armor give you for your athletics? I'll look it up, but...
Can't remember.
What kind of armor... Okay, start with what kind of armor are you actually wearing?
Chainmail.
Plate mail?
Chain.
Chain. Alright, let me load that up. What, chain shirt? No, that's light armor. Or medium. Chain mail? So it's considered Thank you, game. That's just considered heavy.
Maybe I'm thinking different. No, it's gonna
Yeah.
put a
5E heavy. Let's Google that. That's not actually useful info.
What are you looking for? Just chainmail?
Just what the heavy armor penalty is for him.
doesn't really say here. Weird.
It doesn't let you add your dex mod to your armor, but doesn't penalize you if it's thing. You need strength 13, stealth disadvantage. No, there's actually no real thing for that, for like gliding
it's just
stuff.
disadvantage to stealth.
Yeah, there's actually no reason for you to have taken that off. It's not Pathfinder.
Maybe I get an advantage on it.
I will give you advantage this time for doing so, yes. Oh, actually, no, because everyone else isn't wearing heavy armor.
Yeah, but I actually thought about doing something.
What I
outside
will
of-
do is I'll make the DC slightly easier for you.
Oh.
Alright, well, in that case, yeah, so it's a strength check, so 13 all up.
Yeah, you get across without too much issue.
Molar.
There's a little bit of concern when you reach the middle and it starts to kind of like duck a little bit just under the weight of you and your armor, but you get across fine. I would like one of you to make a strength check to like pull the rope out and retrieve that javelin. Unless you want to leave the rope there. That's on you. But
I'll
Well,
pull
we-
it out.
Okay. If you wanna.
I'll pull. I like to pull things.
Okay. You like to pull one off?
all right, let's make the strength check then.
4.
You fail. You just tug at it and nothing happens.
Can I tug again?
Nuts.
Can I tug again?
I
I
mean,
can swim back over and go get it.
Tug it once.
Sound good.
Tug it
Well,
twice.
should we be leaving
Okay.
it? Well, actually, we shouldn't be leaving it now if we're trying to be stealthy.
Tug it 3 times, and you're playing with yourself.
I'll let you try that once more, Mortar.
Ha!
Get good.
Her turn. 16 plus 3.
Yeah, okay.
That'll do it.
You've yanked it out, and you're good. You've got his javelin back and the rope.
Thank you.
Well done.
Thank you.
All right, so we go to the place. So we're all on the right side of the river.
Yeah, let's set up camp and then
Where-
let's call it here.
Let's set up camp and then fade to black.
Pretty much. All right.
I think I've got an accent for Maylira already.
Well, you haven't really been showing us that.
No. I've
She's
been
been
working
thinking
on
about
it.
Okay. Well, unfortunately,
Come
it's
on.
like the end of the session. So
Good timing.
All right, everybody, let's go set up the camp over there, okay?
And that's your
oh
teaser.
gosh, it's German.
Oh wow, okay. Is that because we got like a German person in the chat? Are you
Meant
just
to be
like
Irish. but
Oh,
no.
Irish. It sounded a bit.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh,
Okay.
are you
Why,
sure?
let's
Are you
go
sure
set
about
up the
that,
camp
Lassie?
over
Right,
there, yeah?
You sure about that, Lassie?
All right. Well, let's wrap
My
it
God,
up. So
no.
that'll
No.
that'll end for now. Now, I was thinking initially we'd probably do this once a month, but with Christmas and stuff coming up, things is going to be ridiculous.
Yeah.
And at the same point, I mean, with what I've written and how far I've gotten through, I actually have enough material for another session already. So we'll try and schedule one for soon, and if not, it'll be early next year, I guess.
We'll see.
Depending on clashing schedules, because we have people moving house and all that kind of stuff. So I hope you all had fun, both players and viewers. Thanks for coming along.
Fun. Thank you so much, DM.
So thank you.
Thanks for not killing us yet.
I mean, death is off for the time being, but not for long. Now that said, what was your max health again, Farva? Just because you're the only one who took a hit.
My max health, I believe, is 17.
All right, I'm just going to put you back up because the rest you'll get that back from resting and stuff.
Right.
Softballing you a little bit. So that's ready to rock. Okay, so housekeeping and stuff this week. So for people new to the channel, well, I mean, we've all got our names on our heads and stuff, but Sam, Paul, and I host this channel. We run a gaming podcast as well as taking turns to stream stuff during the week. Mark's a personal friend of ours who's joined in. He doesn't do any streaming or podcasting or anything like that. And Mrs. Lolante, you probably all already know she's a bigger, better streamer than we are.
From her, hosting us. Yeah.
Oh no! All of the people in the chat, I have no idea. So hi everybody.
Excellent. So check.
Mrs. Lalante.
Yes. So check out Mrs. Lalante when she's online. If we're not, sorry, business is business. Or just both at the same time.
Only if they're not online.
I mean,
you are allowed to come and watch me.
more often than not, though, we have different. More often than not, we have different stream times, though. So that's it's all good.
All good.
So. Feel free to come back and have a look at the podcast, jump into our Discord, all of that fun stuff. As far as D&D shenanigans go, we'll keep that updated on Twitter and the schedule and all that stuff when we know.
Inconsolables AU.
Inconsolables AU on Twitter and Facebook and all of the above. You'll find that in our panels below. Yeah, not sure when next we're going to do D&D, but I do have the next, I was expecting to get a bit further in this session than you did, which means I have next session ready to rock. Like, it is if you do the things, you have a classic dungeon crawl coming.
And hopefully, we'll get all the other bits and pieces set up. I've made a whole bunch of music for this, so it'd be awesome to. Yeah. I don't know how good it'll be, but
we'll figure something out. I was a little time strapped on setting up all the tech. Even though I've had ages to set up, I was focusing more on trying to build a world from scratch.
Oh yeah. So. I mean, I don't even know how well it will slot in, but it'll be we've got extra stuff coming, so it's going to be even better than this.
It's going to be all shiny and fun and stuff.
But as hard as that may be to believe, just kidding. It's very easy. Yeah.
So during the week, we haven't finalized our schedule yet for this week.
Well,
but
I think you're doing
Tuesday and Thursday nights. I'm returning to Dark Souls 2 Fist Weapons only.
Yep. Wednesday, I'm going to be doing Drop Mix, which is all the stuff that I've just been playing around with, instead of focusing.
While I was in Melbourne.
Okay, well then you can come play with me and we can do it via Twitch.
Or I can bring it to Brisbane, Delante. I have a copy too.
Right.
Yeah. Or you could buy it.
Oh, what's that, Paul? We can't hear you.
Yep.
Sorry.
VR stuff.
How's it going?
There we go. It's eating the mic.
Yum 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 yum
It
yum.
was so quiet.
Hey, Natolioli, just quickly, did you ever answer that person in the chat before about what programs you were using?
Oh yes, I said you weren't too far off. So we're not using Google.
Zoom.
We're using a program, a proprietary program called. Yeah, sorry, Paul, do your thing. I'll come back.
Oh,
okay.
I was just saying, and I generally do the Friday streams. I cover VR games. So, huzzah!
He's our VR boy.
Yes. So Herbska Duncan, if you're still around, just as an FYI, so Google Hangouts isn't really great for this because it forces one camera for everyone, and I like to have everyone's faces up at once. So we use something called Zoom, which is a paid. You do have to pay monthly to be able to use Zoom, but only to host calls. So basically, I've got a host account, pro account, and these guys just use a free account to connect. So
we freeloaders.
But I mean, it was 20 Australian a month, I believe. It's not too.
That's way more than I thought it was.
It's not too ridiculous, but it's also super solid. That's why I want to use that over the free options when we have the opportunity to, just because it's pretty solid in comparison to Hyperion and stuff, where it's just crackly at times. This has been rock solid 90% of it. So yeah.
Yeah.
So
Cool.
that's a thing. So let's figure out who we're gonna raid. Okay.
Yeah.
Anyone got any ideas for who we're gonna do that raiding
I
thing?
don't
Ross.
know because I don't.
Ross.
Wants me to raid Bob Ross.
Fuck.
I mean, I could.
So
Who we got?
Midnight's playing up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unreal Aussies are playing Hero of the Storm. GS Dave is playing Overwatch.
Wilco's Chillzone's playing Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six. I don't know.
Which Rainbow Six? There's like a million Rainbow Sixes.
Well, presumably Siege.
Yeah. It's saying best raid ever. We're still trying to figure out who we're
Yeah,
raiding.
Siege.
Yeah. I mean, Roma
Yes.
is playing Soul
I
Calibur
think
6.
she's referring to Bob Ross raid.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I mean, Bob Ross never raids me.
I mean, we could raid Desert Bus. Desert Bus is running.
Oh, that's a good point. I mean, it is for charity, so let's raid Desert Bus. Actually, why not?
Cool.
Let's do some.
It's Zeta Shift.
So, is it just Desert Bus? Is that just the account?
Yep, Desert Bus.
Righto.
At the moment, Beej is playing the guitar. It's an ice cream party. James has brought ice cream.
Oh, well, too late. We've hit Desert Bus. All right.
Well,
Zeta.
Yeah. Okay, so we'll catch you over on Desert Bus's side, and have a lovely evening or morning or afternoon, depending on wherever you are. And I guess we'll see you next time. I hope. While I punch the shit out of Dark Souls.
Yay!
Yeah.
Catches.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye.